is going to be for you all show long at 800-990-3776. I tell you what, we're going to be pretty objective for 2 hours. The 414 hour at 4 is positivity only. So if you have thoughts, concerns, first 2 hours, we're here for you. Any negativity will not be allowed in the 414 hour at 4. Kyle Wall, say something.
You know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling James Brown good today.
Bradley, how do you follow that up?
It's hard to follow that one up, but I woke up this morning. Before games, I get a little nervous, a little tingle in my tummy. I felt the same type of tingle this morning, boys.
I got some nervous energy, too. This is fun. This is what we live for.
Yes,
hey, let's
is.
set the scene for a second. We talk about Jordan Love and Kyle being an idiot saying he's selfish holding out in training camp. We go to the Brazil game in which Jordan Love looked like he died and was never going to come back in this season from a football standpoint.
I forgot the way I went to bed that night.
And we are here. They are in the playoffs. Think about the journey. Malik Willis. What's this team going to be like? Love comes back. He gets hurt again. The groin. We're here, folks. 800-990-3776. Let's cut the crap. It's a playoff Friday.
I've been waiting for this energy all week, baby. Let's go.
I mean, let's live in the moment for a second here. This is the Green Bay Packers.
Where's this been all week?
I mean, it's been frustrating to see that the Eagles are actually kind of good.
Yeah, that's fair.
But at the end of the day, let's get ready for this game.
Yeah.
But before we do that, Stroph's an idiot.
Hey, what'd I do?
Yesterday.
Yes.
Which you do what you do, right? You pick up your girlfriend from the airport by parking your car and going inside and waiting outside of security to open arms, give me a hug. I'm so happy you're back. I'm going to take your bags. You're a great gentleman.
Yep.
Your stupid bottom decided to not look to see on any platform, FlightAware, Google, as to where the flight was and when it was going to be arriving in Milwaukee. You then decided to park your car, go inside the airport in Milwaukee, where no bars were open, and sit there like a buffoon.
That wasn't my fault.
Now, it kind of is.
Yeah.
You could have checked and known when the flight was landing.
How long was the delay? So you show up, and then you check?
So I left the office. And it said the flight was going to land at about 5:45.
Wait. When did it say this, Strofe? Did it say
when
this
I
before
left? When I left. So I left about 5:35. I left the office. Thinking, okay, she'll land at 5:45. I'll get there about 5:50. I'll be waiting 5-10 minutes, right?
Okay.
So I left the office. It said 5:45 arrival time. I said, great. So I get to the airport about, like I said, 5:50. When did I text you guys? Right around 5:50?
Yeah.
And when I was walking into the airport, I was checking just to make sure maybe it was running early, maybe they were there already, yada yada. It said, delayed to 6:28. It was like, oh,
wow, how does that happen?
Exactly. And then it happened again. It got delayed to 6:36 while they're in the air. 6:38, and I ended up waiting like an hour in this airport. And the bar that I was going to walk over to, I was going to get a quick drink, just hang out there, talk to the bartender, yada yada. They're putting bar stools on the bar as I walk up at 5:50.
Oh, brutal.
They close
brutal.
at 6. Brutal.
Wow.
So, Strofe, I wanted to bring you into a couple conversations that Bradley Nortman and myself, Ben Brust, had with our spouses because we were on the other side of the coin here. So as I got in the car yesterday and I was in the car with my fiance, it was probably about 10 minutes into a drive in which all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I got a random question. I said, hey, babe. If you were to land at the airport and I was coming to pick you up and I was waiting outside the security area where I can't enter, but as soon as you exit, I can greet you, would you want that? She goes, hell no. I want you to be in the car and I want that car I want that car to be rolling forward as the bags are going into the car.
I like that. That's
and I was like, yes, and she goes, and she proceeded to rant about the idea of me coming into the airport.
How stupid that would be.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Right around the dinner table, I posed the same question to Lexi and said, you know what? Strofe does this with his girlfriend. What would be your reaction if you saw me in the atrium of Milwaukee's airport? And she said it'd be met with confusion and frustration. She would expect there would be a major emergency that had happened, so there would be concern. And I said, oh, no. This would be just to greet you, to show you my love. She'd say, you can show me your love by being as prepared as possible for when the bags come and
Then
you
get
can
the
get
bleep out
me
of here.
home.
See, I tried to tell y'all yesterday, these are called independent women. These women is independent. They don't need us to wait on their every need. So, Stroke, stop waiting on her every need the way you are.
Jason Wilde did defend Alex Strofe as he has a microphone that currently is not
No, it's
working.
working.
Okay, you got
No,
it back.
I fixed it. Yeah. No, we've got about 100 other issues back here.
But I
we'll
will
work on
say,
those.
Jason
Yes.
Wilde did join us and say he does the exact same thing as Alex
texted in
Strofe.
defending me as
Not
well.
everybody. There was some that said you have to pry me out of the car
Yeah,
seat to
that's
go in the
true.
airport.
Did
Some
anybody,
of us
I
did say
mean,
that.
we polled the women of KBN Nation, and they all said, this is stupid. This is dumb. You're setting yourself up for something
Be
that's eventually
more
gonna fail.
like Brad, Ben, and Kyle.
Because if it was the other way around,
More like Brad.
and I was arriving, I would want the same thing. I would want that car to be gassed up, to be warm, to be headed home, because we got a 30-minute drive back to the Nortman estate. Plenty of time to catch up, share our embraces. You don't need to do that at the airport. So maybe is this you learning your lesson, Strofe, or is this now going to continue to happen regardless?
This will continue to happen regardless.
Okay. Well, at least you're a man
So
of
you-
the
so-
same. Be the same guy.
So he says. I don't think this is going to continue to happen. And Strofe, so how much you end up spending on parking yesterday?
I spent $4 on parking.
So what did you
Kyle
do?
said he wouldn't spend $3.
Yeah. So what did you do to pass the time? Let's text us.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
I texted you guys. I sat my little behind down. I scrolled Twitter for 45 minutes, and eventually she walked through the gate.
800-990-3776. No surprise, Strofe just bends the knee at every beck and call for his girl. But
She's way too good for me. Why wouldn't I?
there you go. Here we go. Nice drop in, just in case she's listening. Alex Strofe, everybody. Who is
As
under
you
more
should be.
pressure on Sunday? Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? I like that on Twitter at KBN ESPN on Twitter. Who is more under pressure? Who's under more pressure? Jordan Love or Matt LaFleur? What say you, any, mini, miny, mo, Packer backer?
Yeah, I think this one's easy, right? Like, how am I going to put a lot of pressure on somebody who's only been here for 2 seasons, right? And last year, Jordan Love, let's be honest, Jordan Love showed us something in the playoffs last year. That's why everybody was talking about him being the quarterback they would want to start an organization with. But when I look at Matt LaFleur and overall what he's done, this is year number 6 for Matt LaFleur, and Matt LaFleur ain't really had a marquee win. We've discussed that extensively. And so the pressure is completely on Matt LaFleur because Matt LaFleur has something to prove, right? He has to show that he can win big games. He can go on the road and win a big game. Dallas was a big step, but we talked about this yesterday. This Eagles football team is much better than that Dallas football team. And the way that the Packers have to go through the playoffs this year, if they go through the playoffs and they end up beating Philadelphia, they end up beating the Lions, and they beat whoever to get to the Super Bowl, he would have proved a lot. But if they lose in the first round, the conversation is still going to be had about Matt LaFleur not being able to win the big games. Matt LaFleur, hey, mark my words, they lose, everybody's going to be talking about, I like Matt LaFleur, but is he the guy to get us there? How do we?
He's not going anywhere,
he's not going
but that
anywhere.
will be in the minds of people.
And the hot seat, and it's weird to say hot seat, but even going into next season, the expectation for the Green Bay Packers will be that they're in the same position that the Vikings are in, that the Eagles are in, and the Lions are in going into next year. So he better win on Sunday, or everybody's going to be talking about what he can't do or what he hasn't done yet.
Who is under more pressure Sunday, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? 800-990-3776 on Twitter at KBN ESPN.
Well, there's plenty of pressure to go around for both of them, but to me, it is Matt LaFleur. You look at Matt LaFleur, and you're right, Kyle. He's in his 6th year of being the Green Bay Packer head coach. His playoff record, 3-4. That's below 500 in the playoffs.
Don't like that.
Now, naturally, in the playoffs, right, you're gonna, It's going to be somewhere around 500, but you like to be well above 500. 3-4 is just not good enough, though. With a quarterback,
3-5 sounds gross.
3-5 would be horrible. And when you think about the quarterbacks he had, right? He had Aaron Rodgers in 2 MVP type seasons, and the first season in 2019 was Aaron Rodgers' resurgence. You had a young, healthy, high-flying team last year, which yes, got you a win, but you fell short in the NFC divisional round. And now this year, you have to be very careful in the NFL of what narrative you start to spin about yourself. Right now, Matt LaFleur is building a reputation of being a great regular season head coach, but he is not building the reputation of being a great postseason head coach.
Sounds like someone who played quarterback for the Packers over the last 14 years.
Yeah, but at least he won a Super Bowl, and Super Bowls allow for you to have great regular seasons until you all of a sudden become a little pouty guy who always wants things his way, and you become a little diva. And you got to get out of town. But you're absolutely right. I'm telling y'all this right now. Matt LaFleur has a lot on the line coming on this Sunday. Not his job, but overall his peace. He will not have any peace throughout the offseason if the Green Bay Packers go to Philadelphia and lose again. We'll be talking about Jordan Love because Jordan Love is on the football field, and unless Jordan Love has a miserable performance, everybody and all the attention will be about how Matt LaFleur has not gotten over that hump quite yet. In 6 seasons, a lot of coaches end up winning. And a matter of fact, most coaches don't make it to 6 seasons in the NFL, right? And so to be here this long, the expectation is typically going to at least 1 Super Bowl.
Matt and Madison, 800-990-3776. You're on the Carbless Talking text line. Less is more.
Hi.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Quick question about your question. I feel like it's not. It's the premise of the question seems a little strange to me because he's nothing. What exactly is the pressure on him?
No, Matt,
I'll be perfectly fine.
I'm gonna tell you this, Matt. I'm gonna tell you this, Matt. I love you, but I need some more positivity, or I need some energy.
I
Matt.
can't hear you.
I can't
hear you.
But
Where are you, Matt?
You asked me what the question was. The question was, are we going to be upset with Matt LaFleur come Monday? That's basically what it is. Are we going to be upset with Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love come Monday because of the fact that our Green Bay Packers ain't playing no more?
And you can
Well,
say
and I'll
you
say
can
this.
call in and say neither. They're gonna get it done, and I'm willing to hear you out.
I think Matt was asking, what pressure are you talking about? First of all, this is the National Football League, baby. I mean, it is nothing but pressure. And you think about Jordan Love, for a minute until Dak Prescott surpassed him, highest paid player in NFL history. So with that comes pressure. Quarterback one of the Green Bay Packers, Matt LaFleur, 6 years now as the Green Bay Packers head
Preach,
coach.
NFL punter, preach.
With 7 postseason games under his belt, 8 coming in 2 days from now, there's plenty of pressure to go around. This is Title Town after all. So if there's not pressure to win playoff games for the Green Bay Packers head coach and quarterback,
Then what are we doing?
then what are we doing?
800-990-3776. I see your calls. We will get to them on the other side. We'll continue to curate those, get the responses, and ask the question to you. Who is under more pressure on Sunday, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? This already feels like it's leaning very Matty LaFleur right now with that 3-4 playoff record that Brad Nortman so eloquently stated to all of us. 800-990-ESPN, the Carbless Talking text line. Who's under more pressure, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love, or neither, because you think they're going to get it done?
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What's going Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
but I'm giving it my all.
I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Romeo. This 3-syllable, you have to take the O out of the equation. That's too easy.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Iota, right? Not one iota. Iota.
Yeah, that's only 4 letters.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
Let's pretend you're a first-time listener to Wilde and Tausch. What the hell is this? They're discussing syllables.
On 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
The green and gold and playoff football. Are you going to be ready come game time? HD TVs in every room. Check. Green and gold flag out front. Check. Grill ready to fire up. Check. Chips, dips, cheesehead. Check, check, check. Now the real planning begins. A trip to Discount Liquor to complete your own personal playoff party. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Is beer on the menu? We'll set you up with your favorite or recommend something new. We have over 2,000 to choose from. What about liquor? Our variety is unmatched, as is our selection of wine. So if you want it, we've got it. Discount Liquor is your personal playoff party headquarters. Discount Liquor has everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2.
Discount Liquor.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $750 in cash prizes available. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellerson, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a two-man scramble at Pebble Beach, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through January 31st. Your winter chance to play Pebble Beach awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Guys, carrying extra weight around your midsection doesn't just make you feel bad, it changes how people see you. It makes you look tired, stuck, and feel like you've given up. But it's not you. Low testosterone is often the real problem. Most new Mentality clients start with only 1/3 of the free testosterone they need, which makes fat almost impossible to lose. Our doctors fix the imbalance and use semaglutide to burn the belly fat while keeping you lean and strong. Take back control this year. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio for our New Year offer. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Do you want to have more fun watching the NFL playoffs? Try playing Sleeper Picks. Just download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least two players' projected stats. You can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users have to just play $5 and they'll receive $55 in free entries. Just download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD, B-R-A-D. Must be 18 years or older. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag at Menards. And ring in the new year with bathroom savings you must see to believe. We have what you need to complete your dream bathroom. Upgrade with Sterling tubs and showers that fit your style and budget. Get the Ensemble Shower Kit on sale now for $619.99 through January 12th. Plus, get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. See store for complete details.
Save big money at Menards.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman hanging with you, KBN Nation. Alex Strofe running the show. Who's bringing the good vibes in Madison? Nobody.
I got some good vibes, Ben.
Hey, my guy, Ryan Wollersheim. Oh, man.
Do you want me to give the hype?
Who's got a better chance of success in this weekend? Ryan Wollersheim of landing a date over the weekend or the Packers winning against the Eagles?
Packers.
It better be the Packers. I hope not it's the Packers. I mean, jeez. I don't want my weekend to be ruined.
Doesn't have a date and his team loses. Thank you, Ryan Wollersheim, for that amazing drop-in. Thank you, Ryan Wollersheim.
No, Ryan, our show is probably 90% men, but you should put your Twitter handle out there or your Instagram, because maybe somebody got a nice sister. They want a nice, healthy, strong man or not strong.
He's thinner than Strofe.
A nice,
emotionally strong.
decent looking.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
He's handsome.
Kind-hearted, decently handsome man for your sister or cousin. Hardworking. There it is. Look.
Gym rat.
Yeah.
Coach's kid.
And and he probably spends all his money on the women that he has because he tries to keep them that way, don't you?
He doesn't have any to spend on.
Savvy.
Wow. Maybe not. Nobody wants their sister dating
Ryan,
a broke
you
boy.
cheap.
No, I wouldn't say so. I don't spend a lot of money, but I don't have anyone to spend the money on. So.
Oh, he's willing.
Ryan,
He's willing and able.
Ryan, where are you on the whole airport arrival situation? Would you go meet your significant other in the airport, or would you just go pick her up?
I don't understand the charm of sitting in an airport bar and trying to talk to the bartender, to be honest.
Yeah.
What
It sounds self-serving, doesn't it? Strofe wanted a reason to go to the bar.
Strofe wants to yuck it up with the stranger.
It was not my initial plan. All right, I didn't intend on being there for 45 minutes. I was going to the bar to burn time. I wasn't like, can't wait to go get a beer at the airport.
But even then, like, you're going to spend, 15 minutes there and then just go grab your girlfriend and leave? Like, it just feels like you'd rather spend the 15 minutes at home.
I think we should all listen to Ryan Wollersheim. He's got the most girlfriends of any of us in our lifetime, so let's just take the advice of Wooly, you know?
I'm cheering for you, buddy.
We have a couple interesting responses here. Steven says, if Jordan Love is great and Maddie is average, we're in trouble. This in reference to our question to you. Who is under more pressure on Sunday, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? If J Love is average but Maddie is great, we win. It's putting a lot on Matt LaFleur there, and I'm fine with it.
It's a good way to frame it.
It really is a great
Diana and McGuanago, Kyle's number one fan. You
What
are
up,
up
girl?
on the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Dirty D, going once.
Hope she's okay.
Dirty D going twice. Dirty D sold to the dropped call.
The one thing that's interesting about Matt LaFleur, right, is in these big games, and recently he's been a little on edge in the sideline. You know, I mean, he is not keeping his composure. He's not sticking to what we think is a balanced, good game plan. That's what I want to see, right? It's not that he necessarily needs to win, although 3-5 record in the playoffs would be pretty bad if you want to be an all-time great Packer head coach. But is he just composed on the sideline? Things that we expect, he should be that, because when things start to fall off, man, if he's going crazy, freaking out at the refs and all this, that is a bad sign.
I think he is developing a reputation for somebody that is a little loose on the sideline, right? Not 100% locked in on the sideline.
Under 0.5 Matt LaFleur tantrums on Sunday.
Over. That's easy.
Pound that over.
Really? Money. Oh, what? What game?
You're going to get at least one.
What big game this year has he not thrown a tantrum? What big game he got? He even threw a tantrum at the fans. He threw the Packers are winning. The fans are doing the wave, having a good time.
Oh, that's right.
YMCA, hey, stop! What are y'all doing? Matt, focus on the game, man. Matt's sitting there thinking about the fans. Meanwhile, he forgot to ask Coach Bisaccia if Brandon McManus can hit a 55-yard field goal or not. He ain't locked in and focused the way he need to.
I mean,
you're the best, Kyle.
And that's the thing where, I would never expect Jordan Love to lose his cool. No matter what, right? No matter what, good. Oh,
I can't wait for the day that he actually does.
I don't think we'll see it.
I don't even know if it's in his DNA.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. Which I love. He's so steady. He's so calm. So different than Rodgers and Favre. Honestly, I love the steadiness of that Packer quarterback position.
K-Walk chimes in with the positivity, and we will keep the positivity going. I'm telling you guys right now, we are going into Philadelphia like we did in 2010, and we are going to win this game. 24-20 Packers. Love. 270, 2 touchdowns. The defense gets 2 takeaways. K-Walk on the Carbless Talking text line.
See, I like that. That's the way the Green Bay Packers have to win this football game. It has to be takeaways. The Green Bay Packers have to be able to the defense have to put the offense in a position to have a short field, right? And also the biggest thing, like we saw last year, the Packers won that game against the Cowboys because they just played better, but also they were able to snatch momentum early on, right? They were able to score, they were able to force a turnover, and they were able to get up and make the Cowboys play from behind. If the Packers can recreate that same formula on Sunday, I promise you, they will win.
800-990-3776. Lewis and Franklin, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Hey, the onus is on LaFleur. He's got to come through and out-coach Sirianni on Sunday. He's been out-coached in all divisional games, I think. And also, he needs a challenge guy. He needs to figure out how to win a challenge.
Yeah, not one that's given to him without a replay assist. Lewis, I want to ask you a question. You said he needs to do all of this. Do you believe that he will do all of this?
It's a coin flip. I'm not super confident going into the game, but...
Well, it's the time to say that, Lewis, because the first 2 hours, like we mentioned, we're open to a little bit of constructive feedback on this team. 414 hour at 4 will be positivity only. But, I mean, it's evidence to what we've seen this season from Matt LaFleur as to why, when we ask who's under more pressure, even though Love hasn't played that great this season, it all comes back to that coach.
And it's not our fault that we're just evaluating what we see on the field. If you go into a season, and again, Matt LaFleur is a great coach. He is a really good NFL coach. He's gotten longevity not because they just like him, because he has found success, as Brad said, during the regular season. But even this year, the success that he had during the regular season, 11 wins, fantastic. But the 5 losses, really... 6 losses, but 5 losses on there to teams that are better than you. You're talking about the Lions, you're talking about the Vikings, and you're talking about the Eagles. That ain't good. That's a nasty taste in your mouth. So that kind of takes away the trust that we have in Matt LaFleur to execute when we really need him to execute at a high level as a head coach.
I kind of love how subliminally, like, the Bears loss is just, like, off the record. We're kind of all pretending this was a 16-game season, not a 17-game season. No, I'm fine with it. This is part of the that never happened. We're moving into Philadelphia without that blemish on the radar.
Yeah, it's like semi-preseason. It's like a semi-preseason game. Right?
Played them, didn't play them.
Yeah.
Guys get hurt. All right, let's protect ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I got to give Strofe credit, because anytime I think about it now, I think about the hokey pokey.
You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out.
I haven't done a hokey pokey in probably over a decade.
But we've been big on the analogies, the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the Green Bay Packers, and how they need to put together just a simple sandwich and put it all together for the win. The hokey pokey in the Bears game was exactly what the Green Bay Packers did: the right foot in and the right foot out.
Exactly right. I mean, it's actually funny. Just last night to our foster babies, I was singing them the hokey pokey. I didn't even realize it. You were trying to sing them lullabies. I was singing them the hokey pokey.
See, Strofe, that's a good idea you had.
How about that?
I mean, you had a terrible idea going and waiting on your girlfriend at the airport. But the hokey pokey idea was fantastic.
The sooner you realize 95% of my ideas are genius and will get you further in life, you'll be really successful.
That 5% that you gave us yesterday sucked. It did. It's okay.
So if I thought you were going to have it ready to go. Whenever he comes at you, you have the ammo to send back at him.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her. She did make a comment yesterday about the ice cream. I bought her ice cream last night. She said, you spent more than $3 on me. I was like, $5 ice cream. Here you go.
Man, they're always listening.
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about this offense that I just observed is it seemed like last year for Matt LaFleur, we were giving him excuses because we were saying, young quarterback, young wide receivers. They're not going where they're supposed to go. What more are you supposed to do? Now that it's evolved, it seems like the who we are maybe easier on, quote unquote, is Jordan Love. Because Jordan Love hasn't had a great season, good season, not great. But we're talking about, oh man, he's under so much pressure. Oh man, the receivers they're not getting separation. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. I even saw a back camera of the play that Jordan Love hurt his elbow on. Buddy, no one was open. Like, there was nobody open. He had nowhere to go. So it's almost like we've given more grace to Jordan Love this year, less to Matt LaFleur. It feels like that was flipped last year. Just kind of an interesting observation.
Yeah, again, it is Matt LaFleur. I think the pressure is on Matt LaFleur, but Jordan Love may be more important, if that makes sense. And so Matt LaFleur needs to find every way possible to scheme guys open. We've talked about we've talked about the man-to-man and the separation of the wide receivers, Christian Watson out. Like, I've heard a lot over the last 3 weeks how I feel like we've all been watching the same script. And when I say script, I mean the script in the first drive, the play calling, the end-arounds. Like, I need to see something, and I'm really hoping that he's just been holding on to a couple of things, because they're going to need some big plays, and sometimes you can get some big plays on some stuff that you've had in your back pocket, and you're waiting for the right moment. This is that moment.
No, it really is, especially with the fact that Christian Watson ain't coming through that door, and I know it sounds crazy that we're saying that, but Christian Watson did serve a purpose and a role in this offense. So as Ben just talked about, you're going to have some type of creativity that you unleash on Sunday. I know I'm a Packer backer, so when I say Bo Melton and Malik Heath, y'all may say,
4.3 speed.
Well, they fast, you know what I'm saying? And Malik Heath, I don't care what anybody says, when Malik Heath has gotten opportunities, he has popped. He's made plays. He made play last year against the Bears, and he made plays again this year against the Chicago Bears. And hope he can make plays on Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles in stiffer competition.
But that's why you have a great head coach, right? Because like a great chef, it doesn't matter what ingredients you give them, they can make a really good dish. So even without Christian Watson.
Powerful, Brad.
Thank you, Ben. So even without Christian Watson, you've got other guys, other ingredients. Like, let's see what you can put together. Let's see what menu you can kind of put out there, because he has everything he needs against, yes, a very, very good defense in the Philadelphia Eagles, but a great chef will make a great dish no matter what ingredients you give him. That's Matt LaFleur's job this weekend.
All right, I'm starting to get the feeling that based off these two comments, which one is negative, but I think it paints a picture of what we should be looking for. Jason chimes in, personally, I appreciate the Packers crapping the bed early. Helps me start grieving another disappointing season sooner so I don't have to get my hopes up for the end of the game. Then I hear from Bill here. I think if we come out fast and get a few stops in early, the D could help win this game. Are we just needing a microscope on the first half of this game? Because we know the theme against the better teams that the Packers have gone against has been getting down, trying to claw back, and then falling just short. How important is the start of the game on Sunday? Speaking of other games going on in the NFL playoffs, we all do realize what is going on in California. One of the games that the Rams was hosting has been moved to Arizona in an effort to help. If you are able, please help the people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. You can donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help Red Cross responders and help people recover. 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. We will be hearing from you all show long, getting you ready for the Sunday game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and we will do so next with our wonderful producer, Alex Strofe, and Becoming Relevant next.
Go, Pack, go! You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The little one just took her first steps. Her stride? Wobbly.
Oh my gosh, she's doing
Her parents? Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, watch out.
But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. So while you're monitoring and protecting her every move, you can do the same for your credit score too. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Fingers come in different sizes.
It's one of the first things you learn as a jeweler.
And a ring can only be sized up or down a little bit.
Which means it's a really good thing to know your ring size.
And it's an even better thing to know their ring size.
This is why we're announcing
the Ring Size Registry at Kessler's.
We're doing it as a public service. It's completely free.
Free. Isn't that a great price?
Here's how it works.
Just drop into any Kessler's Diamonds location and tell one of the owners that you'd like to know your ring size.
Kessler's is an employee-owned company, so whoever greets you at the door is an owner.
They'll determine your ring sizes and add them to our Ring Size Registry.
Then, when someone wants to know your ring size...
Because, maybe they want to surprise you.
All they have to do is call or stop into Kessler's.
Surprises can be fun, don't you think?
We're happy to do this for you, even if you don't buy a ring from us.
But after you take a look around, we think you probably will. Visit KesslersDiamonds.com for a location near you and register your ring sizes today.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
Another hot shooting night for the Bucks as they beat the Spurs 121-105 at Fiserv Forum. Milwaukee shot 48% overall, including 19 of 42 from three-point range. The battle of Giannis versus Victor Wembanyama went to the Greek Freak, who poured in 25 points and 16 rebounds to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the franchise's all-time leader in career double-doubles.
Trent's got it on the other side. Sends to Giannis down the lane. Look out! A thunderous two-hand slam from the Greek Freak and a timeout for the Spurs.
The 19-16 Bucks now head to Orlando to play the Magic on Friday.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Join the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team on Saturday as they host Green Bay in the Battle of I-43. Tip-off is at 3 at UWM Panther Arena. After an impressive win in December, Milwaukee looks for the season sweep of the Phoenix. Experience all the action, including rim-rattling dunks, clutch three-pointers, and game-changing blocks. Tickets start at $19. Help tilt the floor. Visit MKEPanthers.com to select your seat. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake.
I don't like this, actually. I know Brad sang it to his younger little babies, but this is a reminder of what the Packers did against the Bears.
Right arm in, you put your right
Kind of catchy, though.
Oh, it's catchy.
right arm in, and then you shake it all about.
Right now, we're actually doing the hokey pokey on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison. And stroke spinning.
What is the hokey pokey? I know, like, the arms and the legs.
Brad, you look so stiff.
I'm a little stiff. I need a carbless to loosen me up a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman doing the hokey pokey with you, KBN Nation. Don chimes in, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text Line. List is more. Love the good vibes today at KBN, unlike the doom and gloom morning show on 94.5 ESPN with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Guys, there is a regular season Matt and playoffs Matt. Playoffs Matt has exceeded expectations so far. Don, I love your positivity, but I don't think anyone can look at a 3-4 record and say that is exceeding expectations.
Yeah,
we'll dive deeper into that, I'm sure, at some point here with our guy, Alex Strofe.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Award season, fellas. Best time of the year. A little recognition. Brad, were you ever a first team All-Pro as a punter?
No.
Second team?
No.
Were you ever All-Pro?
Never All-Pro.
Pro Bowl?
All-Pro, sorry. I was a Pro Bowl alternate one year.
Okay, that's
Pro Bowl
still pretty badass,
Yeah.
right? Second place, Brad strikes again.
Second place, Brad.
but still badass.
More like constellation, Brad.
Yeah, right, exactly. But still very cool nonetheless. Xavier McKinney being named first team All-Pro by the Associated Press earlier today. And yesterday, Jason Wilde and Co. with the Pro Football Writers of America Green Bay chapter handing out their Tom Mulhern Good Guy Award. Xavier McKinney, a recipient of that, as was Josh Jacobs. Can we just take a moment prior to Sunday's game and acknowledge how big those signings were this offseason by Brian Gutekunst? Yeah. Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney. I mean, come on.
They're huge.
Don't get me started about the first-round draft picks. I'm just kidding. No, this is the moment to celebrate having cap space, making the moves. Xavier McKinney, if he continues, obviously he's not all takeaway only. Like, he is a good last line of defense. Like, he is a good tackler, and you need a good tackler in this Jeff Hafley system. He's done that masterfully, especially with the injuries around the secondary. He's been a staple. Josh Jacobs speaks for himself. He led the league in rushing 2 years ago with the Raiders, and the impact that he's had on the ground has been great. Unfortunately, I think we'd all agree, we'd hoped Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love would be able to take advantage of that run game from a pass game standpoint.
Yeah.
Season's not over, but I think overall those two have done what's been asked and more, and earning them more opportunities. And Xavier McKinney's signing is looking like you got him at a better price then you sign him for.
I think just to compare and contrast from where we were sitting a year ago, right, as we were getting ready for that wild card game in Dallas, Joe Barry was your defensive coordinator. It's now Jeff Hafley. Darnell Savage was your starting free safety. It's now Xavier McKinney. Right? I mean, just to look at the changes over the course of the last calendar year, Packers have done a really, really impressive job. I mean, it seems like almost upgrades all the way around.
Yeah, and I 100% agree. And also going to, Mark Murphy and Harlan, who came before him, the culture that we have at Green Bay, where they really are very particular. I know I'm upset that we never got Randy Moss, and shout out to Randy Moss, but the Packers are particular about who they bring in. They bring in really great dudes who are great on the field and off the field. So shout out to the organization as a whole.
Why is Randy Moss the one that sticks out to you?
Because Brett Favre wanted us to trade for Randy Moss, and had we traded for Randy Moss, we probably would have had a better chance of going to a Super Bowl. Because Randy Moss, because I think he went to Oakland, and then after that, he went to the Patriots, and we all know how that went.
Well, and
that was ridiculous. Him and Brady were awesome.
Yeah, unbelievable. Him and Favre would have been awesome too, because Favre just would have
80-yard touchdowns would have broken
500. Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you sign big ticket free agents like that, it's not a guarantee that they end up like how Josh Jacobs and McKinney is. From my Jacksonville Jaguars, they do that every year. And like 1 out of 5 guys end up actually producing like their contract. This is very rare where these guys actually are out producing their highly ticketed contracts.
Yes, that's why I say shout out to the organization, because the Packers usually get it right in free agency.
Was Devondre Campbell on the team last year?
He sure was.
And just watching the debacle, like again, as we're just sort of doing these free agency signing, like
Edgerrin Cooper.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
And I think the last first-team All-Pro for Green Bay would have been
Devondre Campbell.
Oh, wow.
I hope these boys don't follow that path. That'd be disappointing.
/ Aaron Rodgers, right? Because they're both 2021.
Ron the key trolling Kyle Wallace. Shout out Randy Moss, who's definitely listening.
Dang.
He's sick.
Yeah, that's why you were doing the show.
I would watch your mouth, Ron the key. Jerry Rice is a friend of the show.
That's right.
A friend of the
I
show.
forgot. We interviewed Randy Moss.
No, Jerry Rice.
Or Jerry Rice.
Wow. That was wild.
Kind of a random happening on the show, but hey, neither here nor there. So the one debacle I'm having, when it comes to this game Sunday, and look, I'm gonna flush all this away by 4:00 when we do the positivity hour from 4 to 5. I'm worried about the Christian Watson situation. No, Christian Watson tears his ACL last week against Chicago. I like our receiver group, but they've been underwhelming in 2024. So if I throw you this question, I'm curious how each of you would answer it, because I don't think I'm going to get the same answers. Who needs to step up in that room Sunday to give the Packers a chance?
Who needs to?
Who needs to?
I mean, it's the easiest answer in the world. It's the guy that's shown the most potential, who has done it over a 7-game span, who you called Jaden Reed.
A superstar.
A superstar.
Yeah.
And he
hasn't been a superstar as late.
He has not been a superstar. And he had, again, this is the whole Jekyll and Hyde of the Packers offense, of Jordan Love last year versus this year, or Jordan Love.
Use of Jekyll and Hyde.
Of just like showing what they're capable of, and us grasping for air, being like, are they going to show it? Like, if they don't show it, I'm going to die, and the team's going to lose, and they don't show it, and we lose.
What is Jekyll and Hyde?
It's just like, you show the capability. In context, I know how to use it. Are you asking me what is Jekyll and Hyde?
Who are Jekyll and Hyde?
Who are they? Because I don't know who they are. I know what the meaning means.
So you used it correctly, but you don't know.
Why do I need to know what I'm using if I'm using it correctly?
I think it's important to know what a word means, or a phrase in this term, or in this sense.
Josham Hartland chimes in. Nixon was a first-team All-Pro last year as a returner.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Sorry, Keyshawn. Sorry,
Keyshawn. You're stuck in the slot.
That was
catching a bunch of fair catches in the kickoff.
Yeah, he didn't have a good year last year.
Yeah.
What was the question? Jaden Reed.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde.
And no lie, I didn't know what Jekyll. I don't know who they are.
Jekyll with an E.
Jekyll. Jekyll and
You know
Hyde.
who Jekyll and Hyde is, right?
It's people, right?
Well, no, it's like a story.
It's people, right?
It's a story.
It's a book.
A book where like there's a guy's like a scientist. He takes
Dr. Jekyll, and he takes something and it creates like this alter ego person, like changes into Mr. Hyde.
It's like Hulk
at night.
Yeah, yes.
It was like, and he's like strong and ferocious.
I'm a Marvel guy. I can do the Hulk.
That 100% is.
It's Hulk. It's kind of like Bruce Banner and Hulk before.
We need Jordan Love to be the Hulk of last year, and Jaden Reed to be the Hulk of the 7 games that he was a superstar.
Brad, you agree it's Jaden Reed?
I do. I want to say somebody else, but if he is popping, that means multiple different facets of your offense is possible.
Dobbs will have a great game over the middle if Jaden Reed is helping create more attention towards him.
And see,
you can do more with Jaden Reed than anybody else.
And see, so for me, that's exactly why I think it should be, you know what you're going to get from Romeo Dobbs. He's very, very consistent. I believe Jaden Reed is going to step up in this game because he understands that he has to. If Devontae Wicks all of a sudden gets going,
Dontavian.
I'm sorry. He ain't did much, so I forgot his name. Dontavian Wicks.
He is Devontae until he stops dropping passes. That's what Devontae Adams used to do early in his career with the Packers.
I'm sorry. Dontavian Wicks, if he pops and steps up in this game, he goes for 100, makes a nice little catch on a post route, that could mean something positive for this team. But when we talk about guys who need to step up, you lost Christian Watson, right? Well, now you need somebody to take his place. Jaden Reed already had his place in this offense. Romeo Dobbs already had his place in this offense. Dontavian Wicks was one who was the fourth receiver where we didn't know what he was going to be. Now is his time to rise up and shine against the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday. Come on, Tay.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Liz is more, and Brad knows a whole lot about that.
Oh, I know I know everything there is to know about Carbless. I even said it earlier. If I want to be a little bit of loosey-goosey, do the hokey-pokey, give me a little Carbless, and oh boy, am I loosey-goosey. Or just watching all the games this weekend. A Carbless will be...
Even him saying loosey-goosey sounds stiff.
Yeah. Give me a Carbless, though, and then let me say loosey-goosey, and then I sound good. Even great friend of the show and great friend of Carbless, Katie, was in office today. I just love having Carbless around. Katie was telling me a little bit of what Carbless has on the forefront. Let me tell you, a lot to be excited about for Carbless 2025. New flavors on the horizon. But until then, there's so many great things to love about Carbless. Gluten-free, carb-free, sugar-free. That means guilt-free. It's 2025. You probably want to look a little bit better, feel a little bit better. Carbless is your go-to when it comes to a ready-to-drink cocktail that is certainly guilt-free. And it's made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. So as you're drinking it, you can support the green and gold knowing, hey, this supports Wisconsin right here. Not only that, there is flavors for everyone. Black raspberry, probably the best introductory flavor. I gave my brother-in-law, his girlfriend, a black raspberry. They were visiting from Connecticut over the holidays. Blown away. But not only that, lemon, lime, cranberry in the winter is outstanding. Classic cocktails like mojito, my favorite margarita. It was my first love with Carbless, still is my primary love. Find them at your local grocer whenever you go out to a bar. Carbless is everywhere, so you can get your Less is More with Carbless just about anywhere. Enjoy Carbless this weekend, KBN Nation.
On YouTube, Joe chimes in, y'all are forgetting something, and it needs to be in all caps. When Jaden Reed is over 100 yards, we have never lost a game. Oh, no, you said won a game.
No, we've never won a game.
Really?
That's true.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had 100.
99 yards for Jaden Reed coming on Sunday.
He had over 100 against Philadelphia in that first Minnesota game, and I think one other time this year. Might have been that first Detroit game.
That seems fluky to me because of the games that they lost.
0-4,
it's not like a 5-year sample size.
I don't know if that's true last year. That might just be true this year.
That's a crazy stat, though.
Isn't that interesting?
So here's the thing. I know that Brad Nortman has cooked something up. If you want a little, I don't want to say, this might deserve X-Files coming up next.
Oh, it for sure is an X-Files analogy.
Brad has an analogy to make you feel better about the Green Bay Packers' chances on Sunday. Hear from Brad Nortman. And I can already prove it's better than his Hear Brad Outs. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick, on the Cha-Cha Slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. That's a big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did Cha-Cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry. That's a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be.
Kringle
I think his legs.
Yeah. Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry
Are you guys being serious?
turnovers.
You guys can't put 2 and 2
I got it. I did not get it.
They don't call themselves Racine Danish
I'm
turnovers.
sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you two, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
This message is sponsored by WisCaregiver.com. Now is the time to start a meaningful career as a caregiver. Make a real difference in people's lives. WISCaregiver.com gives you 2 great options for free. Train for the in-demand caregiver workforce as a CDCP, Certified Direct Care Professional, or become a CNA, Certified Nurse Aide. All training is free. Plus, you can earn a $500 bonus. Learn more. Visit WISCaregiver.com.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you could win over $2,000 in free play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
Get 15% off everything you can fit inside the bag at Menards. Quaker State Full Synthetic Motor Oil ensures strong engine performance, even in freezing temperatures. It also delivers unsurpassed protection against friction-related wear. Get 15% off Quaker State Motor Oil and all the automotive products you can fit inside the bag. Good through January 12th. See store for complete details. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. Don't let the chilly weather end your golf season. X-Golf and American Family Field is open all year round. They've got innovative and accurate golf simulators, all overlooking left field at AmFam Field. Enjoy daily lunch specials or have an outing with your friends and take in X-Golf's full bar and food menus. X-Golf AmFam Field is even offering golf lessons by a PGA Pro. Everyone is welcome at X-Golf AmFam. Book your sim today, xgolfamfamfield.com. I'll see you out there.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
Dr. Sam Steiner is with me. So someone suffers a sports injury and walks into OAW. What's next?
In some cases, setting them up with a sports therapist through our facility and seeing if they can get back into what they want to do without surgery. And then in other cases, when we see them back, we follow them along. You're not assessing just their injury, you're assessing the patient. You want to understand their expectations. And based on that, that's where you go down a treatment algorithm to get them back into what they want to do.
Is it tough to take into account the human aspect of things and not just focus on the injury?
I think it's very challenging. And like I said, you have to be invested in the people you take care of to understand where they're coming from and what their expectations are. They just can't be a number and look at, say, an MRI and say, well, you have this, then we're going to do this. I think in every single circumstance, you have to take into account everything that you have and assess the patient, understand where they're coming from and what their expectations are.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Uh-oh, guys, you've been called out. Jimmy chimes in. Are y'all Packers fans? All you literally do is bash the team. I said, you know what? We have two of the biggest Packer backers in the world on this show. How do you respond to Mr. Jimmy, Alex Strofe, and Kyle Wallace?
I mean, Jimmy, I look at things realistically. I put my green and gold rose goggles on a lot, but I'm just evaluating. And the only thing negative I said was the fact that if we lose on Sunday, or who the most pressure is on, the pressure is on my coach, Matt LaFleur. But I'm telling you this right now, Jimmy, I have confidence in Matty LaFleur, and I have confidence in my boy Jay Love.
I'd like you to find anywhere that I bash the Packers. I pointed out one concern I have offensively.
That's true. You are overly optimistic. You're actually more optimistic. He's a Packer backer, no doubt, Kyle Walsh.
Yeah.
But you are more optimistic Packer fan.
Most of the time, right? Like, I'm also realistic. I understand there's a tall task on I almost said Saturday, on Sunday. But yeah, like, we've got the pieces. This is a team that won a playoff game a year ago. Bring the faith, baby. Bring the energy. Let's go.
All right, more Packer positivity from the former NFL punter, Brad Nortman. X-Files.
All right, guys, here we go. We think about these teams, think about the Packers' opponent on Sunday is the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what they're like? They're like a Hollywood couple. The Philadelphia Eagles are like a Hollywood couple. When you look at them on paper, you're like, boy, are they pretty. Boy, are they beautiful. They have no flaws. Look at them. Perfect across the board. But you dig a little deeper, you see that all is not well with Hollywood couples. In fact, you introduce a little bit of chaos, a little bit of drama, and what happens? Chaos, crumbling, and divorce. That's what happens to Hollywood couples.
Are you comparing the Philadelphia Eagles to Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck right now?
It could be. Insert your favorite dramatic Hollywood couple there. I mean, it could be Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It could be the guys you just said. It could be any Hollywood couple.
Are Will Smith and Jada still together?
They are.
Technically. I'm not entirely sure how.
Kyle, are you eating salad in the middle of the segment?
I'm listening to Brad.
This is like he's like the popcorn emoji, right? We're listening to this.
It is. It's intense. I get
Eat your food and stop talking.
The Philadelphia Eagles are like a Hollywood couple. They look beautiful, seemingly flawless on paper. How do you beat them? You look at it across the board, but you see a little bit of drama beneath the surface, right? You look at this team last year. They were 10-1, everyone's darling, but things got a little bit rocky. Bam! Collapse. Snap, just like that. Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. For years now, there's been discussion of a rift between the two of them. Something feels off. Something feels wrong. Just a month ago, Brandon Graham, longtime Philadelphia Eagle, was asked, hey, what does this team need to improve on? He said, passing, a.k.a. shout out to the offense. And then you got issues with A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts. Less than a month ago, there was drama in their relationship. So you know what this means? Like a Hollywood couple. Seems perfect, but when there's conflict, divorce, breakup, you introduce a little conflict to the Philadelphia Eagles, they will break down, they will collapse, they will divide on themselves, and then the paparazzi, aka the Eagles fans, will be able to stoke that fire even more. Translation, the Packers come out, start fast, have a little bit of finger pointing on the Kelly Green sideline.
How about a little Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb 2.0?
That's what it is, Ben Brust.
And you know A.J. Brown and
way
Jalen,
the Packers can win.
They can do that snap and get mad real quick.
Just like that.
They weren't talking for or I don't know if they weren't talking, but the reports were they had some issues during the season, this season as well. And so I would love for the real husbands or the real housewives of Philadelphia to come out on Sunday at Lincoln Financial Field and have Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley be the stars of that show.
Get the tabloids ready, boys. Get the tabloids ready, because this is a couple. This is a situation that is prime for eruption.
But the Packers need to do something about it, right? An early turnover.
Yes.
Like, if they do the thing where they don't defer and take the ball, if they win the toss, they have to score a touchdown. And if they get an early stop, a 3-and-out, they're going to be like, oh, is Jalen okay to be playing? He didn't look sharp. A.J. Brown wasn't targeted. And then they go try and force feed, and then it doesn't work, and then they're arguing. I like this, Bradley.
Yeah, it's part of the recipe for the Packers to win. I'm telling you, this Eagles team will divide on itself. And then the fans, you're going to hear the boo birds out there in Philadelphia. If there's a way for the Packers to win, which we're going to get more into next, this has got to be part of the formula. Is a quick start, and you get the Philadelphia Eagles starting to fight amongst one another. We saw it last year in Dallas. We see it in Philadelphia. They will be prime for an upset, just like how those Hollywood couples split up. Seemingly perfect.
Vi, Packers, Vi. I love that guy's laugh. And that was them getting off the plane in Brazil, right? 800-990-3776. It's time for your blueprint to the Packers' victory. How do the Packers win? And I want two simple answers to the question. If they win, who is your MVP for the Packers and who is your unsung hero for the Packers? If the Packers win, your blueprint, who is the MVP of the game for the Packers? Who is the unsung hero for the Packers? 800-990-3776. You tell us, we'll tell you. We'll all come together and sing Kumbaya. In 2 minutes, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member of the Neal Group. How's business? Do you really know? We recently worked with several clients who thought they knew, but didn't because their accounting records were not in order. Imagine thinking you were making $1 million when you were really only making $200,000. Quite a difference. Or you thought sales were down, but they were up, and you didn't notice because you were so busy putting out fires. If these happen to you, we can help. We work with our clients to develop systems and procedures to improve their business and give them the information they need to know where their business is now and where it is going in the future. Don't wait. Start on the path to less stress, more cash in your pocket, and no more sleepless nights. Call us at 414-325 2040 or visit neilgroup.net today to book a meeting. We can talk over Zoom, the phone, in our office, or at your place of business. Yes, we make house calls. Don't wait any longer. Call 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
Join the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team on Saturday as they host Green Bay in the Battle of I-43. Tip-off is at 3 at UWM Panther Arena. After an impressive win in December, Milwaukee looks for the season sweep of the Phoenix. Experience all the action, including rim-rattling dunks, clutch three-pointers, and game-changing blocks. Tickets start at $19. Help tilt the floor. Visit MKEPanthers.com to select your seat. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Man, I did not see myself picking my MVP and unsung hero if the Packers win of who I picked. But I kind of love them, and I'm curious to see who you guys have. If the Packers win, who is the MVP of the game and who is the unsung hero? 800-990-3776. Let's quickly go through ours so we can get to KBN Nation because there's some good responses already. Bradley, Packers win, MVP.
MVP has to be Edgerrin Cooper. If Saquon Barkley goes off, rushing, receiving, does whatever he wants, then we're going to have a problem. The quickest antidote for Saquon Barkley is Edgerrin Cooper. Tackle for losses, guarding him up, being right on his hip in pass routes. If Edgerrin Cooper can step up and be the linebacker he has been lately, that is step number one in stopping Saquon Barkley.
Unsung hero.
Bo Melton. Oh! Bo Melton, unsung hero. Christian Watson out. Bo Melton stepping up. Take the top off the defense. I see not one, I see two long passes from Jordan Love to Bo Melton for, 80 yards and a tutty. That's your unsung hero. Bo Melton stepping up when he needs it.
MVP if the Packers win. Unsung hero if the Packers win. Kyle Wallace, your MVP.
The MVP is going to have to be our boy Jordan Love. This is his time to show that he is earning that $55 million a year contract. He needs to go out there and look like the best football player on the field in order for the Green Bay Packers to win on Sunday. So when it comes to who's going to be the MVP on Sunday, if the Packers win, it has to be Jordan Love. Now, unsung hero is, Brad, you had a good one, but the unsung hero has to be the position that we're most concerned about. What is the position we're most concerned about going into Sunday?
Pass rush?
Wide receiver?
Quarterback?
Oh, gosh. Wide receiver?
Corner. We're concerned about cornerback, aren't we not? We're talking about the fact we can't stop A.J. Brown. We can't stop Devonta Smith. And so for me, the unsung hero will have to be my boy who loves to talk trash and make plays, CV, Carrington Valentine. If Carrington Valentine steps up and has a big day, that means the Green Bay Packers did a good job in pass defense. That means the Green Bay Packers slowed down Jalen Hurts. That means the Green Bay Packers slowed down A.J. Brown. That means the Green Bay Packers are heading to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Wow. My MVP if the Packers win. Edgerrin Cooper.
Love it, Ben.
My unsung hero if the Packers win. Carrington Valentine.
We're not so different, you and I.
I just found mine shocking that I went double defense.
Interesting.
Because I think what I'm telling myself and the way I see the Packers' path to victory is stopping Saquon, key. I want Jalen Hurts with all that time to be the guy to beat you. need Cooper to be disruptive. And on the back end, we all know with Jair out, A.J. Brown is a legitimate number one wide receiver.
Legitimate. He's
legitimate.
solidified.
Yes.
He's
a guy.
boss.
And Carrington has played pretty well. And not again, we haven't seen him have a challenge like this. We don't know how much man they're going to play, how much he's going to be around him. But if he can limit that boom play in which A.J. Brown did have on Jair for that big catch, intermediate catch that A.J. Brown took off running with, they can limit those. And what goes with mine as well is knowing that I don't know if one of those two are going to get a turnover, but my mind is on defensive turnovers and the offense capitalizing on those turnovers.
Can we just talk about how important Edgerrin Cooper has become for this football team? We're talking about 2 out of the 3 of us, and I talked about Edgerrin Cooper a couple of days ago. The level of importance that he has in this football game, we legitimately believe a guy who is just discovering himself and figuring out the NFL is the key to victory for the Packers. I'm telling you, I can't wait to hear what KBN Nation has to say.
800-990-3776. If the Packers win, who's your MVP and unsung hero? Beads in Milwaukee, we'll start with you on the Carbless Talk and text line.
Gentlemen, Bumblebee Tuna.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Let's see here. Unsung hero will go at first. Evan Williams, assuming that he does play. You told me Vicky Valancourt, because I honestly think it's going to be won on a field goal by McManus now that we actually have the kicker. And MVP, we have to go with Jacobs. He's going to do what he does, and he's going to open up the play action.
Okay. In a way, he's the MVP with getting the yards on the ground and opening things up for Jordan Love and co.
I like it. Yeah. I like it. Evan Williams, man, all these young players we're talking about today.
So as we go to YouTube as well, right away, Love MVP, Cooper unsung hero. Can Cooper be an unsung hero at this point?
He seems too known to be an unsung
disruptor
hero. Yeah.
He's too much of a disruptor.
Cooper always felt like a guy that was on the other team. I'm not going to lie. Like, the Packers haven't had a guy like that in so long. Cooper is the kind of guy that I feel like the Packers would play against and be like, can the Packers get a guy like that who can just flash and make plays? Pretty cool to have him on your team.
Jimmy chimes in right after Love and Cooper and puts Cooper as the MVP if the Packers win, and Romeo Dobbs as the unsung hero.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see about that one. You know which one I love? I love our boy TC, because when I think about it, another one that needs to be some type of, MVP of this game.
I mean, you could probably put him in, if he's in one of these categories, it's a win for the Green Bay Packers.
It's a good day because he likes to eat late.
Because you're talking about Rashawn Gary?
I'm talking about Rashawn Gary. If Rashawn Gary gets 3 sacks, that means the Green Bay Packers have won that football game. That's a tall tale time.
Craig in Burlington, 800-990-3776. If the Packers win, who is your MVP and who is the unsung hero of the game?
Hi, afternoon, gentlemen. To me, the unsung hero's got to be Sean Ryan. He's got to block those big boys from Philly up front.
I love it. I love it.
Like guy.
Who's your other
and the MVP, in my opinion, I know it seems common, but Jordan Love has got to get us off to a better start. Every game we've lost, we've gotten down early big. For 3 quarters, we haven't scored. We just can't get in that big of a hole. We need Phillies fans to get the boo birds out early and turn that energy back towards our way.
Craig, love your optimism. Appreciate the call.
I like guys who talk trenches.
Trenches guy.
The fat boys getting some love today because fat boys need love too. I love that.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk with our guy, Alex Strofe.
I've got good news, fellas.
Hey.
Friday's injury report is out. 2 names not on it. Quarterback Jordan Love. Quarterback Malik Willis.
Okay. No longer on the injury report. J. Love, good to go. We all knew that. Matt LaFleur, he almost tricked us.
Yeah,
he actually did trick Kyle because Kyle couldn't see a smile when we heard the audio on the radio.
That was heated, boy.
K-Walk chimes in. Kenny Clark, unsung hero. 2 sacks, 1 for a turnover, which would be double the amount of sacks that he has on the year. Love MVP. Let's bleeping go. Can't wait. Can't wait. Chris in Muskego, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text line. List is more your MVP and unsung hero if the Green Bay Packers are to get it done.
I'd say the MVP is going to have to go to the front 5 on the offensive line for taking care of one of the best defensive lines in the league.
Love that.
And I'd have to say I'm going to have to say my unsung hero is going to be Slayton, being able to stop the run, being plugging up that middle because the boy's been coming on.
He has
Chris. You play in the trenches in high school or college?
Nope, linebacker.
Still a physical guy. Still a military physical guy.
Oh, yeah,
we appreciate your service. Thank you.
Guy.
Yeah, I'm getting juiced up, baby.
Jacob,
I'm getting juiced up,
800-990-3776. MVP, Romeo Dobbs. Unsung hero, Devontae Wyatt.
I like it. I like the fact that we're showing a lot of love to a lot of different people. We're putting our hope and our faith in people that we've seen pop before. We've seen Devontae Wyatt pop earlier this year. Matter of fact, against the Philadelphia Eagles. We also have seen Romeo Dobbs last year in the Super Wild Card Week, or now just Wild Card Week, have a heck of a game against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm loving it.
Oh, Canada. Ricardo in Canada, who is your MVP and who is your unsung hero if the Green Bay Packers are to get it done?
What's up, boys? I'm just here with the little one, my daughter. We're talking Green Bay Packers.
Hey!
Of course, the MVP. Of course, the MVP has to be Mr. Jordan Love, Mr. Newlywed, Mr. $55 million a year, 3 tutties, 275, and just control the game, no mistakes. An unsung hero is Mr. 58 McDuffie. He's going to be the one to shut the run down up the middle. It's going to be him and Wilson. They're going to be the unsung heroes that do the small things that will lead us to victory. Let's go, boys.
I think you need to add in the home and native land, though. It's so good.
I love that. And the daughter was ready. You hear that?
I know.
Dude,
my favorite
so
part
radio ready
about Ricardo is I think he called yesterday and he said 275, 2 tutties. And then today, 275, 3 tutties for Jordan Love.
Keep building another one up.
Keep building it
If
up.
my math is correct, that means by Sunday, Ricardo will say 275, 5 tutties.
5 tutties. Jake chimes in 800-990-3776. Jacob's unsung hero. Again, I feel like we have him probably too much of a difference maker for unsung hero. But Rashawn Gary. Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob. I can't read. Record scratch.
That's all right. Reading is tough.
Jake chimes in MVP Jacob's unsung hero, Rashawn Gary. Put some cheese on that thing.
I like that.
Man, see, this is the positive vibes that I want, man. We're going through the roster. We're talking good vibes. We're talking about guys making plays.
How
this is what I
about
love.
Mr. Irrelevant, Alex Strofe, your MVP and your unsung hero? We're still taking yours at 800-990-3776.
Defense has got to play really well on Sunday if we're going to win this game. So I'm not giving it to a player. My MVP, Jeff Hafley, has to come up with a big game plan to slow down Saquon and Jalen Hurts on Sunday.
Classic Strofe, listens to everyone answers, then gets creative.
No, but with that creativity yesterday, as I was moving around, maybe I was daydreaming. I've been staying up late, or maybe I was dreaming about it.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I
don't know where this is
insomnia.
going.
Yeah, I'm really having insomnia. But I was thinking, I was in the shower, but I was thinking, man.
He was somewhere.
Wow. I feel like Jeff Hafley has a little trick up his sleeve.
I think so too, Kyle.
There's something about Jeff Hafley that I think he's a very good defensive coordinator. If he continues on the way we're going, because our defense has improved, Jeff Hafley's going to get a chance to be a head coach in the NFL. I feel like he just got some little wrinkle he's ready to unleash on Sunday. Just something there.
I totally agree, and I hope we are right, for God's sake, man.
Well, I can't wait to jump up and down on Sunday.
I know I've been hard on the defense, particularly about not getting the stop when they need. The one thing I will say is Jeff Hafley's creativity is on display. And the other thing is, boy, they play hard for him. They fly around. They hit hard. That is a Packer defense intensity that I haven't seen in 5 years.
Yep.
I want to know what y'all think about this one. There's no unsung hero here, but Derek, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talking text line says McManus will be the MVP.
Boy, listen, if he hit a game-winning field goal.
What if they score 18 points and it's all field goals?
I don't feel good about that. I'm saying if they win, yes, but I don't feel like I want to say that if they score 18 points on 6 field goals that it's going to be going well.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Packers can win in an ugly, low-scoring game.
I also don't know the last time
Sure, I don't.
the Packers have attempted 6 field goals in a game.
Well.
Yeah, that's true, too.
5 for that.
They'd probably go for it on fourth down, one of those opportunities. You're right.
Maybe he just is like, a 55 or 60 yard
made a game
half.
winner.
Yeah, I don't even want a game winner. I don't even want that type of pressure. I don't want that type of tenseness. I don't want that.
Tim on the Carbless Talking text line. Jacobs is the MVP. We have to run to win, and the unsung hero will be a name we haven't heard. Brenton Cox.
Oh, wow. That is a name we haven't heard.
Though, that's another thing. Unfortunately, he pops just as much as Kenny Clark does this year.
It's true.
That's crazy.
And significantly less snaps. Remember Preston Smith?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's who, I'm saying he replaced Preston Smith, basically.
Yes, I remember Preston Smith. He was on the team since 2019. Keep him coming, 800-990-3776. Time now to hear from Bradley Nortman to tell you how to get well in this time of year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is 2025, a new year. That means a new you. And you can find that new you physically with Quintessa Aesthetic Center. That's right, Quintessa Aesthetic Center. I go to the one in Brookfield. I work with Jess. She is awesome. They've got me on all these great supplements. I've never felt better. When it comes to total wellness, they can help you reach that optimum level, not just some low standard, but your optimum self. You won't know how good you feel until you start working with Quintessa. They're going to help you feel energized, confident, and ready to take on everything 2025 has to offer. And now, between right now and March 31st, Quintessa offering special New Year packages to kickstart your year in the right way. They're going to go in for a free consultation, so you might as well call. You might as well see how Quintessa can help you for your one-on-one with them, because they're going to help you set up a personalized wellness plan. And they can use so much in their toolkit to make sure you are exactly who you want to be in this year of 2025. It could be utilizing supplements like I am, infrared sauna, skincare, IV therapy, hormone therapy, so many different things to utilize and make you feel and look your absolute best. Invest in yourself. That's what it's all about. You only get one body. You got to take care of it. Quintessa is simple, effective, and tailored directly to you. So if you want to take that first step today, call Quintessa, visit myquintessa.com, tell them KBN sent you, because you are going to feel confident, revitalized, and you're going to say, gosh, I'm glad I took up Brad's advice to go to Quintessa and discover your new you.
You can also help others. You can help yourself, like Brad said, and you can help others with the effects that have been seen out in California. If you are able, please help the people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross responders and help people recover. That's redcross.org/ESPN. Loved the vibes right there. Best vibes we've had all week for the Green Bay Packers. We will continue on and head towards positivity 414 hour at 4 next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Women ask you, do you love me? Why do you love me?
Wait, why am I always the one doing that? Tell me why you love me, baby. I need you to make me feel better.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We are moving along pretty well right now this afternoon. Just a little bit backed up through the Marquette on southbound 43, just getting onto the high-rise bridge. Otherwise, the rest of the system right now is rolling along just fine. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. Now checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 18. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 28. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Romeo. This 3-syllable, you have to take the O out of the equation. That's too easy.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Iota, right? Not one iota.
Iota. Yeah. That's only 4 letters.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
Let's pretend you're a first-time listener to Wilde and Tausch. What the hell is this? They're discussing syllables.
On 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you could win over $2,000 in free play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
Look what I found.
What is it?
It's a list of the traditional and modern anniversary gifts for each year of marriage.
Sarah and I use a different list. But go ahead and tell us about yours.
The traditional gift for your first anniversary is paper, but the modern gift is a clock.
Well, our list says the first anniversary is always diamond jewelry.
What's your list called?
The People's Choice.
The traditional gift for your 6th anniversary is iron, but the modern gift is wood.
What a coincidence. For the 6th anniversary, our list says diamonds again. What do you have for the 10th anniversary, Rick?
Traditional is aluminum. Modern is diamond jewelry.
Well, there you go. Our lists agree. What have you got for the 7th anniversary?
Copper and a desk set.
Nope. Diamonds again.
I'm beginning to see the wisdom of the People's Choice list.
It's good to have you on board.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make up that People's Choice list, or is it real?
Well, we're people, aren't we?
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
The Packers' 11-game winning streak over the Bears is over after a 24-22 loss at Lambeau Field. However, the big story coming out of the game, the health of Jordan Love. The Green Bay starting quarterback left in the second quarter with a right elbow injury. After the game, Love talked about what happened on the play that caused the injury.
I landed on it on the ground, I think. Just kind of pretty much lost all feeling in my hand and pretty much just went numb.
The Packers will be the 7th seed in the NFC playoffs and will visit the number 2 seed Philadelphia Eagles this coming wildcard weekend.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Why did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide.
Before we get to Mark Tauscher, the Packers toad. You see what's over my right shoulder, Strofe, your left side?
I do. NFL Live talking about the Packers-Eagles game. Eagles have a 51% chance to win, which means the Packers have a 49% chance to win.
Before that, something very intriguing came up because I saw it in YouTube comments. Maybe a couple texters hit it at 800-990-3776 at the Carbless Talking text line. The focal matchup that they were talking about in the interior. You didn't see it, Strofe. Brad, you saw it. I think Kyle heard me. What is the matchup on the interior that ESPN NFL Live was just focusing on? Yeah, give us a guess.
On the interior, I would guess Eagles offensive line versus Packers defensive line.
What? It's
backwards?
Absolutely backwards.
Oh, Packers offensive line versus Eagles defensive line?
Specifically, Elton Jenkins versus Jalen Carter, guard DT.
Sure.
Maybe Josh Myers, a little bit of help there. But that is something that none of us, I mean, we did have Trench's Muskego guy call in and say, the Packers
Muskego guy.
He said, we got to look at that Packers offensive line to be the MVP for Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs and stopping that front four of the Philadelphia Eagles. But that is, I might need so I was told a story one time, and this is in, same conversation of Mark Tauscher, who we have some audio from. Greg Scalzo, who joins us I have a couple thoughts going on.
What's going on right now?
Bi-weekly.
You took that dang sweater off.
Bi-weekly on the Outlook calendar means every other week. Mm-hmm. But bi-weekly in definition would mean twice a week.
No, bi-weekly means both, just like bi-monthly. It's either twice a month or every other.
Does it?
Yeah.
Or by definition, is it wrong?
Double meaning.
Okay, double meaning.
Wouldn't
Glad I
twice
cleared
a
that
week?
up. So bi-weekly, Greg Scalzo will join us on Thursday.
Just say every other week.
Greg Scalzo and Mark Tauscher were at a Super Bowl together.
Cool.
And Greg talked about how Tausch watches football. And again, as we all watch football and dissect it differently, Brad, I'm sure this will resonate with you. What did Tausch watch?
The O-line, the trenches.
The trenches.
Of course.
You don't watch anything except who's winning battles. And if you want to watch the game a little bit differently, we've talked a lot about the Philadelphia Eagles defense, the front four, especially against the Packers offensive line. Jalen Carter, wherever he's lined up. Amazon on Thursdays has that circle. Sometimes you see Monday Night Countdown highlight a guy. Use your eyes, find 98, and see where he's lined up and see how disruptive he is getting to the quarterback and running backs.
Yeah, with all the flash and pomp that is the skill position of both sides, really, Packers and Eagles, the trenches will probably decide where this game is going to go because that D-line, maybe the best D-line in all the NFL, it doesn't just stop there. That linebacking core, I didn't realize Zach Bond, former Wisconsin Badger, first team All-Pro.
Yeah,
I knew he was doing well.
He had a year.
That is unbelievable.
They probably got him for the cheap.
Oh, yeah.
And he
I think he's on his rookie deal, like a third-round draft pick, maybe?
No, he started with the Saints.
Oh, he did.
His career hasn't gone woof. This year it took off. But you know why the D-line is something we should be concerned about? In every basic, 5 of the 6 Packers losses, we can't forget the Chicago Bears one. What has been
we have for today. Just out of the 5 Packers losses.
Out of 5 Packers losses, what is something that has stood out in those games?
The pressure on Jordan Love in the first half.
The pressure on Jordan Love in the first half. And now you're going up against a Philadelphia Eagles defense that is significantly better than what they were week 1. That is something we must rectify. We cannot allow for Jordan Love to be seeing ghosts like he was a couple weeks ago against the Minnesota Vikings. We have to protect Jordan Love. So that's on the offensive line, and that's on Matt LaFleur to make sure we are doing the best we can to give him time. He already does a magnificent job of evading the pressure and finding ways not to take sacks, but we need to allow for him to have some time to make great plays.
Mark Tauscher, who I just talked about, on Wilde and Tausch, is very optimistic about the Packers' chances if they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Listen in earlier today across ESPN Wisconsin.
Here's what I'm going to say. Oh, boy. Whoever wins this weekend is going to the Super Bowl. I have been very adamant Green Bay's beating Detroit if they get an opportunity. If they can beat Philly. I don't know if they can. I think Detroit still has issues. It will be a big task, but I can assure you Green Bay is chomping to get another look at the Detroit Lions. I assure you of that. And I think you'll feel more confident going into that game if you're able to beat Philly. Detroit will be, they'll be rested, and they're going to be all fired up, and I am not poo-pooing. I love Green Bay. If they can find a way to have to get to Detroit, if they can find a way this weekend, Katie bar the door.
All right, boys, now let's go out there and take the field because that is what that sounded like, was a halftime pregame speech. Mark Tauscher just getting the boys all juiced up because that's all that is. That is hey, go out there, feel good, play good, and darn it, give it your best shot. I love Mark Tauscher. Brilliant mind. But boy, oh boy, how can we just let the Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings be disrespected like that?
Oh, here comes NFC North Brad.
I just don't even see it. I mean, Skull Vikings and the pride out there, we still got to respect them. So whoever wins this game, it's a good shot. I think the harder task is winning at Detroit.
Bro, you just took it a little bit too far. You didn't need to say their monikers and what they go by.
Yeah, you could. See, you leaned into your fandom of everyone but the Packers.
Bear down,
Oh my gosh, Brad, it's disgusting. We don't want that type.
All
of
right,
juju
no more of that on this.
My chest hurts thinking about that. And listen, y'all call me a Packers toad. I love the Green Bay Packers, and I love where Mark Tauscher's head is at in his fandom and love for the Green Bay Packers. But I think this is a little bit too far. We're saying this is the NFC Championship game. We're just going to skip over the next 2 weeks.
Divisional and NFC.
I mean, the Packers it's a 2 seed versus 7 seed. They a 1 seed.
They win one game. They automatically win the next 2.
Oh my gosh! I would love for that to be the case.
They gotta kick some ass.
Yeah. I hope, but the path to the Super Bowl ain't easy. And after you get beat up this week, you're going to have to get beat up again next week. And then you got to go another one. If
you just mean physically.
Yeah, physically. Like, it's a lot. So I like Mark, but, he's
Mark.
He's a little.
I like Mark. Kyle's on to something.
He's a little overexcited. A little hyped up right now.
If that's the case for old T, you might as well place a future on the Green Bay Packers to win the NFC Championship. Plus 2,200 to win the Super Bowl at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. And Market Strofe, Ben Brust, 0-1 in best bets on Kyle Brust and Nortman as last night. The Ohio State Buckeyes were up 8 and pooped their pants.
Lost by 2.
I was glad they lost outright after blowing it. But Potawatomi Casino Hotel is where I was on Wednesday. Enjoyed the great food to go from the kitchen, a full bar, seating for over 200. The most impressive thing is that 2,000 square foot video wall. So if you're looking for a place to enjoy all the games all weekend, there is no better place than Potawatomi Casino Hotel. They have 20-minute reserved parking spaces. If you need to get in and out, you could use your rewards card at most self-service kiosks to have a bet and earn reward points along the way. Hello. Bet above the rest and build your bets at paysbig.com/sportsbook. Green Bay props and preview. We're getting closer to Positivity Hour. Don't go anywhere. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Caleb Williams sucks.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We have a few pockets of heavy traffic right now. Southbound 41 coming out of the Capitol Drive area. Westbound 94 a little bit coming out of the stadium to Mitchell Boulevard. Other than that, we're actually looking pretty good across the entire system. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 18. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 28. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers will not be entering the playoffs this year with the same offensive momentum as they did last year. Over the last 3 games of the regular season, Jordan Love and backup Malik Willis averaged a combined passer rating of 85, completion percentage of 60%, and just 2 touchdowns. Despite the struggles, Love, who was a full participant in practice on Thursday, has confidence in the offense going into Sunday's wildcard matchup with the Eagles.
It's playoffs, it's 0-0, so who cares about the record? I really think we have to be confident. You can't go in the playoffs with lacking that confidence because you'll get beat. We have one shot at this thing.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Family's bigger? Out of space? We can help you find a new place. Just make Tri-City your first call. We're here to help, loan large or small. Tri-City National Bank, equal housing lender, NMLS 433891.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group. How's business? Do you really know? We recently worked with several clients who thought they knew but didn't because their books were not in order. Imagine thinking you were making $1 million when you were really only making $200,000. Quite a difference. Or you thought sales were down, but they were up and you didn't notice because you were so busy putting out fires. If these happen to you, we can help. We work with our clients to develop systems and procedures to improve their business and give them the information they need to know where their business is now and where it is going in the future. Don't wait. Start on the path to less stress, more cash in your pocket, and no more sleepless nights. Call us at 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net today to book a meeting. We can talk over Zoom, the phone, in our office, or your place of business. Yes, we make house calls. Don't wait any longer. Call 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
It started with a prediction.
Go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture. Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
For the Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles. 3:25 on Sunday. Make sure you tune into the Green Bay Game Day pregame show starting at noon with Alex Strofe El Strofe. Sunday Karma 10 to noon. Are you a part of that too?
Is he? I don't know.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that show from 10 to noon.
Me either, man.
Your boy Craig is throwing in the towel.
Throwing in the towel. He ain't throwing in the towel. He's throwing in chaos. That's chaos.
That's what he likes to do. And that's what the Packers need to do to the Philadelphia Eagles. And in order to do that, we'll give a little preview on our end here over to the KBN Sports Desk. What the hell is going on back there?
Just talked to our good friend, longtime listener, first-time caller, Sherry from Milwaukee, and she said, Strophe, I never call. I always listen when I'm having a crappy day. I love you guys. But I got to correct you. I said, what did we do? She said, you guys were way wrong on biweekly and biannual. I said, are we?
Oh, wow.
Were you wrong?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm right.
So she said, biannually means it happens every other year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Semi-annually means it happens twice a year. And I said, but does that apply to weekly, Sherry? And Sherry said, well, Alex, listen to me for a second. You gotta slow down, okay? I said, okay, Sherry, I'm slowing down. And she said, semi-weekly means it happens twice a week. Bi-weekly means it happens every other week. So your initial thought on Greg Scalzo was correct. But bi-weekly is not twice a week. It is every other week. Semi-weekly is twice a week.
So there's a whole other word we need to throw in there.
According to Sherry in Milwaukee. I think she's a reliable source.
She told you to slow your ass down, which means she knows how to reach you.
So we have Greg Scalzo.
I told her I loved her.
We have Scalzo bi-weekly.
Hey, you just picked up your girlfriend from the airport. Take it easy with the L word.
Scalzo bi-weekly and Jason Will the semi-weekly?
Yes.
Is that using it the
correct?
Great job. Yes.
Wow.
Brian Bulaga also semi-weekly.
Wow.
Mondays and Thursdays, 4:45.
I'll just say
Gary
twice.
Ellerson.
Gary biannually?
Whenever.
Do we have Gary today?
He has not responded to my text from 3 hours.
Hey, listen, KBN Nation, tweet at Gary Ellerson. Tell him join us at 4:45.
He responds to every tweet.
I ain't begging nothing for GE. He either wants to be here or he can continue.
Let's do it this way. KBN Nation, if you would like to hear Gary Ellerson at 4:45, tweet him because he's on Twitter 24/7. Him and Homer, match made in heaven.
Yes. All they do is just sit on their phone like old men, be like, hey, look at all these random people that are giving me attention.
I bet you GE's algorithm is interested.
Here's an idea. Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet, and we'll go out back, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Gather round, fans. It's time for the GBPP. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman are here to tell you how they plan to lose their money this weekend. This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
It's time for Green Bay Props and Preview. It's Packers-Eagles, Sunday, 3:30 Central kick at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Who is the best football player in this game?
Great question.
What's your answer?
Who's Saquon Barkley?
That would be the answer I'm looking for. 118.5 all-purpose yards is the line for Saquon Barkley, likely to receive some MVP votes. 118.5.
I'm going to go over because it hurts. Like, they're going to feed him the rock. They have to. And this is all-purpose. Because I still have a little bit of PTSD of that wheel route in week one.
So he's only at 14.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, he only had 2 catches, but they were both for touchdowns last week. They definitely are utilized.
Last time
he Yes, week 17. Week 17. He did not play week 18. But yes, point still stands. I really do think, I'm not saying he's going to blow it out of the water, but if I'm going to lose money betting on Saquon, it's not going to be saying that the Packers defense in the playoff spot is going to be the ones.
Yeah, that's fair. Kyle, 118.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go lower on this one. I think the Green Bay Packers defense, the run defense has been, they say, good this year. I mean,
7th in the league.
Yeah, I mean, they've gone against good running backs and slowed them down. So I'm actually going to go lower on this one with the Green Bay Packers to slow down Saquon Barkley.
Oh, we've got a tie. Who's going to break it? Brad Nortman is.
I am going to go with the over. I just do not see a game plan with a rusty Jalen Hurts where they are not featuring Saquon early and often. Even if the Packers are successful at slowing him down, I think he is a workhorse. He's going to have 20, 25 carries, try to get him easy, receptions out of the backfield. 118.5. I like that over.
All right, it is the Jordan Love portion of Green Bay props.
224.5.
Great guess, 221.5.
Went down. I was at Pato. It was 224 at the weekly wager.
I'm looking at it right now at 221.5.
Wow.
Could depend on the book you're looking at, too.
Well, I was at Pato and looking at Pato's sportsbook.
I'm looking at Sleeper. Use code Brad at sign up.
Nice.
221.5.
In order for them to win, I'm just going to say over.
Okay.
In order for them to win, Jordan Love needs to throw for more than 221.
Yeah, I'm going over. I'm definitely going over here. Jordan Love has to have a day. He has to have a game. We need to win on the arm of Jordan Love, so over.
Yeah, either he's going to be great and he's going to get it and the Packers are going to coast on to victory, maybe not coast, or they're going to be down and the Packers are going to have to throw early and often. So I don't see a scenario where this doesn't happen.
32 flat is the passing attempts prop. 32.0 passing attempts for Jordan Love. That's a good number.
He's been well under many of these games this season.
And they're good, though. So they're good. So they know something we don't know.
Well, the 32 attempts would lead me way over that 221. Even if he's 22 of 32, he's had games this year, and even in games he hasn't been great, where he's completed 16, 17 passes and gone for that 220 number we're talking about. And it was like 16 of 21 or 17 of 24. So if he gets 32 attempts on this over-under here,
Jordan Love has not attempted more than 32 passes in a game since November 3rd's loss to the Detroit Lions at Lambeau.
That's my point. It just seems a little odd based off the amount of yards that we were presented earlier.
He had 30 in the loss to Minnesota back on December 29th.
It does, and those are the two highest for the season, is 32?
No, so he had 34 against the Eagles in the opener, 54 in the Vikings in the game he returned, where he threw 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in that game. 32 against Arizona, 33 against Houston, 39 against Detroit in the loss in November.
That's the thing, though. When they play outside of the Houston and I forget the other one. When they play these good teams, Arizona, when they play these good teams, you need to throw the ball. You need to score some points. So I think I'm going to go with the over. It won't be much over. I don't think he's hitting 50, but I could see 35 attempts.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go lower than that just because the Green Bay Packers, as Strofe just talked about, it's not something that he does. And in that game, the Green Bay Packers took an L. So I'm going to go lower than that. And if it is over, I hope it is a barn burner. It's an exciting one, and the Packers come home with the victory.
No Christian Watson in this game, which means the deep threat is probably Bo Melton or Jaden Reed. 36.5 yards for Jordan Love's longest completion.
When's the last?
I don't.
What's it like? You guys answer this. I'm just genuinely curious. I'm pulling up Jordan Love's game log because they definitely put like his long per game.
I know I said Bo Melton as unsung hero earlier in the program. But gosh, I mean, talking about 34 passing, like one attempt. He's going to have a hard time finding that much time, right, to be able to actually not have the pressure from Philadelphia get to him. And they're just so good on the top end. He's going to have a hard time getting that big of a passing attempt. So I'm going to go with the under on that one.
So Jordan Love has done this a couple of times, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, he's done it
9 times.
9 times.
Longer than 30, what did I say it was? 36.5.
I would probably take the over here. And again, this goes with the fact that They're going to need big plays. They are going to need big plays.
And that's where I'm getting at with that one. I can just see them having some big play, that whether it's at the end of the half or whether or not early on they try to take some type of shot. I do think it's
God forbid it doesn't go our way and he's doing the thing where they're throwing a lot because they're down.
That I hope not.
I hope not. I'm just saying if you're betting this line, then I'd.
So I'm going over. I'm optimistic for the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. Can you tell?
I love that you have to keep telling us. Last one, Strophy.
A.J. Brown of the Eagles, 79.5 receiving yards is his prop. 79.5. He was on the injury report, full participant today. He will play despite, I believe it's a knee injury for him. But just a reminder, he had 119 yards against the Packers in the opener, along with a touchdown. 79.5 receiving yards for A.J. Brown, the top target on Philly.
All right, I'll pose a question to y'all here as I pull up the box score. He only had 5 receptions in week 1, and the long of that one reception against Jair, catching it and running, 67-yard long. So they had him in the clamps outside of one pass.
Yep. Yeah, Jair.
Who is not playing on Sunday.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That was a Jair effect. And I do think he gets more than that because they're going to try to target him a lot. He's probably going to have 6-7 catches in this game. So I can see him definitely getting over 79.
You know what Hafley tries to do? It seems to me like he tries to take away the main pass-catching option, whether it be Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. It seems like when they play the top teams, he will let the second and third wide receivers kill you, which they did, but not the first option. So I think he's going to work hard to take away A.J. Brown and say Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, whoever else, you guys should go try to beat us. I'm going to go with under on that one for A.J. Brown.
And that is what we have here for Green Bay props and preview. We're heading closer to the 4-on-4 hour at 4 positivity only. So you have 15 more minutes, Packer fans, if you want to get any negative thoughts off your chest and move on from all the bad things and focus on from 4 o'clock until 3:25 Sunday. Feeling good, we will help you do that. And also what helps me feel good is knowing that my home is going to have windows and doors installed by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, because I had Gina herself in the flesh, and that's important because you have a chance to meet her in the flesh as well. She came to my house with Joe Franco. The team went through how my home was going to be more efficient with energy, no draft, help my home from a long-term value, and whenever as a starter home we look to move on and get something bigger. They're the best. The warranties are amazing. I mean, God forbid, or God willing, rather, not God willing. God willing, get married and have another child. It might be outgrowing this, and someone's going to inherit those wonderful windows, and it's going to help my home. So, Brad, tell them where you can meet Gina, because if you haven't met Gina, she's electric.
You're going to want to meet Gina, and you're going to want to experience the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin for yourself. Ben and I did that in the showroom. It was a transformative experience. But you can do that at the Milwaukee Builders Association Hope Show at State Fair Park this weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at State Fair Park, Milwaukee Builders Association Hope Show, and you're going to be able to experience the Pella Windows and Doors for yourself. Not only that, Gina herself, that's right, red alert, red flags, that Gina Della from Pella is going to be there 3 o'clock to 4:30 on Saturday. So tell her that KBN sent you. She loves us over there, and she'll be able to meet her for yourself and see what Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin can do for you. Milwaukee Builders Association Hope Show at State Fair Park this weekend. Go check it out for yourself. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
T-minus 12 minutes and 40 seconds for you to get all of your negativity out, because come 4 o'clock, it's positivity only. Stay with us. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
And I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said?
Oh, wow.
He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
I do imagine that there is going to continue to be this discourse about James Franklin. You talk about 1-15 versus AP top 5 opponents while he's been at Penn State. There's only one coach who has a worse record than that. That's going to be something that everyone's going to point to. You're a victim at some point of your own success. You get to the Final Four. You have a good record. It's almost Mike McCarthy with the Cowboys. We talk about, okay, you have this great record during the regular season. The postseason results are not enough. James Franklin has put together a good tenure at Penn State. But at some point, we expect you to beat good teams. We expect you to show up in these moments and be able to win games like this in the playoff. And Penn State has a certain level of expectations around their football program. And I can imagine that conversation about James Franklin is only going to continue to ratchet up.
At some point, he's got to win the big game to give people proof of concept that he can get it done, and the program is going to be where a lot of the supporters want it to be.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Bucks fans, join us for our 414 All Nights, a celebration of our diverse fan base where we showcase fan stories and highlight their unique and impactful contributions to our community. Come for the amazing Bucks basketball action. Stay for the recognition of our amazing fan base at our 414 All Nights, where diversity is embraced and every fan is celebrated. Go to bucks.com/impact for dates and details.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. Alex Strofe running the show. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to get your negativity out before positivity only.
I'm already there, buddy.
I know you are. Mr. Positive himself, Alex Strofe, running the show. 800-990-ESPN, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. List is more. Will it be the final grand reveal, or will we do this again next week?
And the week after that, and the week after that.
Yeah.
You've been waiting for it all week. The segment where all the pieces come together. If they get it right, you'll hear about it. If they get it wrong, well, you already know. It's prediction time.
Before Brad Nortman goes, I got to tell you about Madison's favorite health club, and New Berlin is amazing. That's the Princeton Club, with millions of dollars of upgrades and equipment and locker rooms all across all of the clubs. You have the best facility with the best equipment. You never have to think, do I need to go anywhere else? Nope, you're already there. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. They have something for everyone, so find your better tomorrow and get the best rate of the year right now. The best rate. Lock it in January at the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. Bradley, how do you see this one?
All right, guys. This will not be the final grand reveal of the season. I'll tell you that now.
Brad the Toad.
I described the Philadelphia Eagles as a Hollywood couple, and they are Hollywood indeed. They look perfect, but boy, oh boy, there are cracks under the surface.
Take that, Jennifer Lopez!
The Packers are going to start fast. I mean, they haven't done against good teams all year, but no time like the present to start doing it. Packers are going to start fast. They're going to get up. The problem is the Eagles are going to sneak their way back. The pass rush, which has been an issue all year, still won't show up, so they will be able to make up those points as the game goes on for the Philadelphia Eagles, but it will be the leg.
I was going to say, it's coming down to the kicker.
It will be the leg of Brandon McManus, the new crowned kicker of the Green Bay Packers, who's been nothing but consistent and steady and rock solid all year, will be making a game-winning field goal to win the game. 30-28, your Green Bay Packers onward to Detroit.
How you like them apples, Ben Affleck?
Brad, I love where your mind is at with those Green Bay Packers, and overall, this Green Bay Packer football team is in for a battle. But guess what? Them Philadelphia Eagles fans and that team is in for a battle too. Jordan Love is ready to be unleashed. Matt LaFleur knows exactly what he's doing, and it's time for Love to show everybody exactly who he is. I agree, the defense does get some stops, but like you said, the Eagles going to fight their way back. But overall, the thing that's going to hurt the Philadelphia Eagles is the fact that their quarterback is rusty. The fact that their quarterback is going to take time to adjust to the pressure. The fact that the Green Bay Packers are going to get sacks early on and make it a ball game. And I got my Green Bay Packers getting the 34 points this time to the 27 points from the Eagles.
Take that, Pamela Anderson!
Just calling out all Hollywood breakups is Alex Rove. All right. Since there is 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in negativity, I did submit my prediction.
Don't do it.
I hope I'm wrong. 27-20 Eagles.
Oh, you think it's going to be a low-scoring affair? Well, I guess not super low-scoring.
It's not super. It's 47. The over-under, I think, is very near there.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's actually right there. It's like 47.5. Unfortunately, I just don't know if I've seen enough through the 17 games and from like the Jekyll and Hyde conversation we've had to say that they can pull this off. A lot of things need to go their way, and I'm hoping everything that I think needs to go their way happens. Early turnovers, scoring quickly, getting up, not chasing the Eagles on the road, but they just haven't done it consistently enough for me to say that the team that gives up the lowest yards in the NFL and second in points per game is something that this team can overcome. By golly, I hope I'm wrong, but I had some time to do that before 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't say anything unfair.
Last chance. No, it's fair. I mean, they're underdogs for a reason, right? And it's going to be a very hard bet. The Packers are going to play their best game. Jordan Love has to be a stud. Defense, Cooper, they're going to probably get a turnover. They're going to have to play their best game they played all season. No doubt about it. I think they'll do it, though.
It's going to be a lot. The Philadelphia Eagles, one thing I have to give them credit for, they play some tough games this year, so it's going to be a barn burner on Sunday.
Dirty D, Diana McGuanago, 800-990-3776. You are up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on the Carbless Talking text line.
I have a question for you. I called earlier, but I had to hang up because I had an important phone call. Why is it that every time the team does bad, they want to blame it on the head coach? The head coach is not on the field playing the game.
Bradley, you want to take this one?
Well, he sets the tone, he calls the plays, he sets the emotional standard for the team, and
comes with the job.
Do you guys know Nicolas Cage has been divorced 3 times and has an annulment?
Are you into Hollywood divorces on Google right now?
Yeah. Did you guys know that?
No, I had no idea.
I've never been a big Nicolas Cage fan, and clearly neither of any of his wives.
Ayo, Stroph's on fire.
On fire.
Dam Sports Show in Beaver Dam in 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam next. Jim, Matt, and Molly and Madison. We're here till 5 o'clock. The 414 hour for Positivity Only Hour starts in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
See you there, James Cameron.
Sell out.
East
Eastbound 94 slowing down from just east of 84th Street all the way through the stadium to 27th. Westbound slowing from 27th to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound on 43, a little heavy between Keefe and Locust. Back on the brakes from Fond du Lac Avenue through the Marquette. Northbound slowing down from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up past Center Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 18. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 28. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazagon, 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
This time of year can be really tough on a number of areas in your home. If you're struggling with any electrical issues, the superheroes at Current Electric are ready to help you. Chuck Smith is a Brookfield Central grad who started Current Electric over 40 years ago. His mission was to serve our community with integrity and quality. Whether it's as small as a switch repair or as large as rewiring your entire home, to a generator to keep your lights on, or even interest in solar energy, call on the superheroes from Current Electric. Go to callcurrent.com. That's callcurrent.com.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN.
Be positive.
The Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
Positivity only hour in the 414 hour at 4 here on KBN. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman Strofe running the show. Kyle feeling good.
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go.
Brad Nortman's going to find a way to take a dump in this segment.
No.
We'll see. No. He said he had something to share with us in the Positivity Hour during Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 800-990-3776 is your way to get into the show on the Carbless Talking Sex Line and see us on YouTube. And Kyle grabbing his man.
It's my I'm grabbing
I know,
the
but it
shirt.
looks really weird on YouTube.
You're grabbing
ESPN
right
Milwaukee.
where the teats would be.
How about you guys grow up, okay? I don't have those.
800-990-3776. It is Positivity Hour only, Bradley.
All right, guys. I woke up this morning. I had a little bit of those butterflies in my stomach, right? Excitement, nervous excitement when it comes to this playoff game. You know what I was thinking to myself? I'm just kind of happy to be here. I really am.
No.
This is not second place Brad talking. I'm just happy to be here. KBN Nation, Packer fans, don't you know how lucky you are? Don't you know how lucky you are?
What do you mean?
I was a part of some teams that just celebrated being in the playoffs. That were like,
Kyle,
you know what? This
is this about Brad, or is this about the Packers and us being positive?
Bro, your career ended years ago. You were a fantastic puncher. You're the B-52 bomber, man, but you can't be reminiscent and bring that negative energy toward my Packers.
I'm just saying, Packer fans need to appreciate how lucky they are. We all the fact that we get to do a show in preparation of a playoff game. There are some shows.
I'm done with this perspective. Would you just go do ayahuasca or something?
No,
come to
I'm
life.
serious. You got to be so thankful that you get to play in Super Wild Card Weekend, and the Packers are actually playing. There's some fan bases that don't get to experience that at all. So I, for one, am thankful. Exactly right, the Bears. I, for one, am thankful.
Caleb Williams sucks.
That we get to wake up on Sunday morning and have ourselves a ball game, baby. Not everyone gets to say that.
John, 800-990-3776. Positivity only hour in the 414 hour at 4. You're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Hey, Benny, this is John.
Hey, John.
I know this is all positive right now, Benny, but last night you said Ohio was a shoo-in. That didn't go so well for me, Benny.
Go. Go.
The call out.
Okay, but what you got to learn, John, is you always fade Ben Brust. This guy is an habitually bad gambler.
No, the theory games are actually good. And
how'd that work out?
Okay, I can go back and show you the metrics. Yesterday it didn't work out. Ohio State blew.
The metrics.
This guy is
Did you mark it on the
board?
You're 0-1. This guy is like the ultimate Jedi mind tricks gambler, and he always loses. It's incredible.
All right, what happened to Positivity Hour in the 414 Hour at 4? What the hell is going on around here, as Vince Lombardi would say?
Is my take and my feelings too soft?
So you delivered it horribly.
What do you mean?
Strofe, you know how I started the show. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
You know why it's awesome?
Why?
Because at the start of the season, we thought Jordan Love might be out for the season. Malik Willis came in and gave some life. Then Jordan Love has a groin injury. They lose all these games. We lose faith. After the bye, fingertip helps you beat the Chicago Bears. Then Jordan Love starts playing better. But we are here. I am talking about it as we are here, and there is a possibility, and there is a formula in which the Packers can beat the Philadelphia Eagles. We've discussed it at the... Why does Taylor have a bone to pick with me? Taylor.
Hey, Ben, can you hear me?
Yes, unfortunately. You have a bone to pick in Positivity Hour?
I also lost money on Ohio State. I just wanted to say that, but it's okay. I still love for you, man.
I love you too.
No, this would be blame Ben Hour, because I also lost $100 messing with
blame Ben Hour.
Well.
Who needs Positivity Hour when you have the orchestrator of the beads that he gave up on 3 weeks after he sent them out to KBN Nation? Why are we letting him lead the Positivity Hour?
Yeah, wait a minute. And we started basically the dynamic of our show by Ben taking our money, Kyle Wallace and Alex Strofe, $100 to go to Vegas, and we lost that too.
Blame Ben Hour, 800-990-3776. It's the Blame Ben Hour. 800-990-3776. If you need to blame me for anything, go ahead.
JD and Fondy on the text line. I'm positive that Benny is a bad bet.
Well, in that case, you should feel very good that my pick was the Eagles. So positivity.
Oh, very good. Boom. There you go.
Well, we hope that continues on. Now you need to go put money where your mouth is.
800-990-3776 is the Blame Ben Hour. Anyone else got a bone to pick with me? Strofe?
What'd you do with the leftover beads?
Oh.
I packaged them up.
Where are they?
At my desk.
Go get them.
Okay. Right now.
Yeah, right now. Go get them.
Do you have something that we're going to do with them?
We're getting rid of the cancer in our show right now. The negativity.
Okay. I run fast now.
Yeah, run fast.
We could definitely do that.
So we need beads. The Super Bowl train is back on,
So we're going to
fellas.
throw the beads back on. We're going to re-celebrate.
I mean, you both picked the Packers. I'm going to pick the Packers.
My bead, I don't want his. I want my own beads. I don't want his beads.
Okay, well, I don't really know how we're going to be able to do that while we're in the middle of a radio show. I don't think you're going to go out to the local party store and buy beads.
No, my beads are upstairs. I didn't give up my beads. I don't know about you two. I still have my beads.
I still have mine, too.
I don't know where my beads are.
Because you don't believe.
No, it's not that I don't believe.
Oh, he's a believer.
How is he a believer, but he lost beads?
There's a lot of trying to keep tracking in life.
Oh, I
don't have a desk like you guys.
He's got a lot
you have
going
a
on.
vein.
Oh, hold on.
I'm a
he
rolling
has an
stone.
office. Make sure you
That's
get it
true.
right.
You have an office.
I do have
you
an
have a desk, Trophy. Ben has a desk. I have no desk. I'm a rolling stone here.
Yeah, speaking of
I
office.
know where to store them.
One day I got to move to Gen Pop, and I'm not excited about moving to General Population.
You're losing your office?
Yeah, I'm not excited about moving to Gen Pop.
Oh, no.
Just hanging out with the curmudgeons like me, brother.
Yeah, it's not going to be great.
Because Kyle doesn't necessarily like office interaction. He likes to just work.
Yeah.
And now you're going to be forced to do office interaction.
All right, Ben Brust has returned with a ginormous bag of beads.
That's actually pretty beautiful.
It is.
You okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I'm out of shape,
He's
guys.
very out of shape. Every time he runs like 2 feet, he comes back breathing hard.
From the market hall in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Every Tuesday. Maybe it'd be a little bit
maybe
smarter.
20 paces?
Yeah, for
He's
real.
out of breath.
All right, here we go. So is the purpose of me bringing down these beads to give to all of you and I get none of them? Because what also plays into Blame Ben is that I bought a Super Bowl future for $60 to win $900, and I sold it to Kyle Wallace.
How are you a Division I elite athlete?
Yeah, you've bailed
because
twice on the
keyword
Green Bay
was.
Packers.
My goodness.
I'm 33. I have a kid. I got a dad bod coming in.
My God.
So not only did you pick against the Packers against the Eagle on Sunday, but you sold your Super Bowl ticket of the Packers to win it.
So do you guys want the beads? So they're out of, Strofe, what do you want me to do with these? Kyle, you and Brad just get them?
I have my beads, so I never
I'll
put
take
on
some
the team.
beads. I need some
I could
beads.
use some.
I love this song.
I need some beats.
Even though I can't enjoy it because I'm just the one to blame.
I don't like how quickly you.
Good snag, Brad. One hand.
Thank you, sir.
You just kind of jumped off the ship here. I mean, you could have.
No,
you
it's for the
said,
better.
no.
Everything I touch turns to crap.
It's true.
You've only got a couple great things in your life. And you ain't
Three
it.
examples in front of you.
Hey,
Dwayne and Sheboygan proudly will wear my $3.78 Packers Super Bowl beads.
Let's say
For those who missed it, this is true. After the Arizona Cardinals game, I was like, you know what? I think this team is coming together. I think they put it together on offensive defense. And so I said, I'm going to go place a future on the Packers to win a Super Bowl. I brought in beads. I shipped out beads to about 70 Kyle Brust and Nortman fans.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. It's from Benny Brust.
And unfortunately, I stamped them, penny stamped them. I spent like $40 on postage.
You got
and
hustled by
half
the
the
UPS
people. I got hustled by USPS.
USPS.
So did the people in different counties and different areas that had to pay $3.78 at the door for the beads that I sent due to the packaging. So Dwayne, wear those proudly. I'm sorry for the $3.78 that you had to pay the USPS. Everything I touch screws up. The beads, the Packers.
Well, I hope you acknowledging that does not all of a sudden give you positive juju with that. I hope that everything sucks that you touch sucks into Philadelphia.
You want me to take it a step further? Last night.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was feeling a little spicy.
Oh.
Placed a pretty big wager on UC Riverside at 9 o'clock on ESPN Plus versus Hawaii.
Oh, my goodness.
Hawaii.
And Hawaii, another late comeback. UC Riverside looking great in a gym that looks like a high school gym down the road here in Milwaukee. Couldn't get it done.
What made you decide to dabble in some basketball of guys you have no idea who they are?
Yeah, what prompted that, Benny?
It's called adrenaline. It's called adrenaline. The need for a rush.
So after Ohio State lost you the money, you decided to...
I had Notre Dame, and so I was like, you know what?
Oh, so you had Notre Dame, so you did win a little something yesterday.
But then I doubled what I won and wanted to, kind of boom, 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 boom.
Oh, you said
just like that.
Huh?
And I was like, UC Riverside.
Oh, wow, you just rushed it.
And so I suck at gambling, too. So
do you remember, Kyle, too, when we had...
I'm just looking for examples of what I suck at.
Remember when we had the Brewers bets, when we had, like, the scoring in the first inning? We nailed that one, and Ben took your money and my money and placed a bet on the Brewers to win the series in total.
Wait, did I agree to that?
No, you didn't. It was taken by force.
Wait,
crap. This did happen.
Wait, so he owes me money?
Well...
No, you were in with it.
Yeah, I mean...
Can't turn back now, bud.
Yeah, times are rough right now in 2025.
Is it just hitting now that Ben took your winnings and doubled down on it?
It's happened so frequently.
What I always tell everyone is, you guys are the dummies who continue to believe in me.
Ben, we have to.
You're giving us every reason not to.
So it's my fault, but it's actually everybody else's fault.
Correct. It's my fault, but it's your fault for continuing to believe in how much I never bring anything good to your lives.
Ben, unfortunately, the success of my career hinges on you being successful. So I have to believe in you. I have to be a Benny believer.
By default, Kyle, Benny believer.
I don't know. Just stick with your Eagles pick. That's all I'm going to say. Stick with your Eagles pick. That way, our green and gold pick will actually come to fruition.
Brad, can I just come at you really quickly?
Of course.
Though we had fun.
What happened to positivity?
No, well, I'm positive.
It's an area of grievances.
But I just don't like the fact that Brad took his, Carolina Panthers, they were good. They were good when you were
Went
there.
to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you went to. Yeah, I mean,
the Packers.
He gave us a speech to start the 4-on-4 hour about the Green Bay Packers in comparison to being a Carolina Panther, like they have anything to do with each other.
Like Brad, like the Green Bay Packers in the last 31 years have made 24 playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't think Jacksonville's been around maybe 30 years and they probably made the playoffs. Five times.
And that's my whole point.
So that's we're not losers. Your whole point is for losers. You gave a speech to the wrong organization. This ain't ESPN Chicago. This ain't ESPN New York. This is ESPN Milwaukee. We don't need the loser speech. You need to go somewhere else with all that speech.
No, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I need to guard against. This is why KBN Nation needs to hear my voice, because you can think of something like a postseason berth and just think it's just normal. It's average.
It is normal.
It's expected. It is normal,
But
Brad.
no, that is the wrong wrong mindset. You
No,
need to
it's not.
appreciate this because very well you could be a baby of the 60s and get the 70s and 80s of the Green Bay Packers.
No.
There are people out there, all the older generation of KBN Nation.
We call them the
they know what I'm
olds.
talking about. The
I'm
olds.
I'm not worried about that. You know the people that
So
had
they would agree with me and say, you whippersnapper,
Brad,
you appreciate
You realize the
what you've
people
been
who are
given.
our age in the 1960s might be 6 feet under right now. I ain't worried about what they think. This is a new day, a new
My
age,
dad was born
new
in 57. Don't you bury him.
No, I'm just saying, I said who are our age. So they're in their 30s in that time. Come on now.
I'm just saying that you need to appreciate these moments because many programs, many organizations, they don't make the playoffs at all.
We are the Green Bay Packers. Brad, I appreciated it last year. Do you understand? This is why we feel
But you're
this
not
way.
appreciating it. This is how I know you're not appreciating it.
I do appreciate it, but I don't need you to give me
because
I
you are entitled.
I wanted your speech to be, hey, Packers fans, don't take it for granted, but enjoy the ride. Because I'm telling you this right now, don't you love watching the Packers do the same thing every year? Yep.
Stop it. Stop, all of you. Enough. This is supposed to be the positivity hour. What the hell is this?
I agree.
No, I started up with a high degree of positivity.
I said stop.
I never thought I would agree with Strofe as the youngest 26 immature person of the panel.
Hey, what are we doing?
I'm taking a subliminal shot, but also giving you credit for telling us to stop.
Enough, okay?
You had to hate his speech too, didn't you, Sean?
I hated all of it. Every second of it. Not just Brad, you too, all of Ben, him being out of breath, running away, all of it. Okay? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to break. We come back. Positivity, pole position. After that, positivity, final thoughts on the Packers. After that, positivity with or without Gary Ellerson. Okay? That's the plan the rest of the show. We got it?
Yes,
Get
sir.
it, got
Ready,
it, good,
break.
sir.
Let's go to break. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman
Pull my baby out the goal. Yeah, get him out. Ain't no way in the world my baby gonna get hit that many times with a puck.
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Still seeing your usual delays. Eastbound 94 from just east of 76th Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange to about 35th. The westbound side, 35th Street out to Mitchell Boulevard. Northbound on 43, backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up towards Keith. Southbound, just going to be tight through the Marquette itself and onto the high-rise bridge. Westbound 894, a little tight from 27th Street out past Loomis. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 18. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 28. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
What happens when you mix a three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I'm not going to get into the Kringle turnover game, so that's what it needs to be. I think his legs. Yeah.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Like the pastry you guys being serious? You guys can't put two and two
I got it. I did not get it.
They don't call themselves Racine Danish turnover. Sorry. Sometimes I wonder about you two, man.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you could win over $2,000 in free play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
Looking for the most popular answer. What's the worst thing about Wisconsin winters? Gina Della from Pella.
Finding a sitter when snow closes school. It's the time of the year when we just want to be all warm and snuggly at home. And Pella helps make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. With inviting doors to let friends and family in and beautiful energy-efficient windows to keep the cold out. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Guys, most new clients start with just 1/3 the free testosterone they need, and that puts you at an unfair disadvantage. No matter how hard you push yourself, it's an uphill battle. Free testosterone drives everything, your energy, strength, and metabolism, and without it, nothing works. At Mentality, our doctors restore that balance so your body works the way it should. Energy comes back, fat burns off, and you feel like yourself again. Make this year different. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio for a special New Year offer. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio. Macy's.com.
If you've been busy this past holiday season, then it's time to finally focus on you. And that's where Macy's comes in. Come and treat yourself to something great, like rejuvenating skincare routines from Lancome, Estee Lauder, Clinique, Shiseido, Kiehl's, and more of your favorites. With so many great deals at Macy's, you'll be able to pick up a new cleanser and a new serum and a new moisturizer now during our Deals for Great Skin event. So, what are you waiting for? Refresh your routine today at Macy's.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Positivity only here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, leading you into the Packers-Eagles Sunday, 3:25.
Is this safe?
Is what safe?
Eating a salad that's been out for 2 hours?
Yeah, you're fine.
It must not taste good.
Why don't you eat during the commercial break? Why do you wait until we're on the air to eat and tell everybody in the greater Milwaukee area and beyond that you have food in your mouth?
I like to converse with my good friends.
Why is it taking you so long to finish the salad?
Oh, now we're friends.
We are friends for
Positivity
now.
hour.
Yeah.
We're friends.
And it's a lot. It's a lot of salad, man.
How about pole position? Any positive polls today?
How about it?
Everyone's got their opinions, but we just happen to think some are better than others. Let's hit the polls. This is Pole Position. Pole Position on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is presented by Great Lakes Dragway, a 1/4-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedule and ticket information at GreatLakesDragway.com.
How about we start with some negativity in pole position, the worst poll of the week.
Okay, that's positive, though.
This week, from the Homer Hour, weekdays 5 to 6.
Oh, you're taking out the old
ESPN
man?
Milwaukee. The Eagles lost their last playoff game 32-9. Does that make you more confident that the Packers can win on Sunday? 80% of people say no, because why would that make me feel any better about something they didn't do last year?
Yeah, what a bizarre poll. It's totally irrelevant to this year.
Well, I was listening to Homer yesterday.
You know what he does? He's like, I want to see if I can guess. He's like, I want to see what people think. I love Twitter. Everyone gives a voice. Everyone's got an opinion. I love Twitter. I want to see what people think. And if they're not listening to the show, they're not educated.
Well, he kept saying 32-9, 32-9. He had Brian Bulaga 32-9. And I'm like, what in the hell is he talking about 32-9? And then I finally listened a little bit more, and I said, oh, Homer is trying to get everybody thinking about last year. I said, this man has an interesting way of trying to convince people that the Packers are a legitimate threat on Sunday. I think they are, but that's just an interesting way to go about it. Looking at last year with a team that has a new OC, a new DC, and is playing better than what they were at the end of the year this year than what they were last year, but we're focused on 32-9.
Yeah, that game and that season has nothing to do with the Packers nor the Eagles this year. Just classic Homer trying to stir the pot.
Wait a minute. And Saquon Barkley was a New York Giant last year.
That is correct. Quinyon Mitchell was not on their team last year. Cooper DeJean was not on their team last year.
Worst poll of the week for sure.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Let's go to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy weekday morning 7 to 9 right here on ESPN Milwaukee with Jen Latta, Gabe Neitzel, and Mark Chimura. This is a doozy. Have you ever sent an inappropriate text message to a significant other without realizing it was a group message with one or more other people?
Oh, wow.
Hell no.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, 89% of people say no.
Who? I wonder what triggered that
I bet you can guess who did it.
So what did Chewy do on accident?
I think he sent a text that was intended for his wife to Jen, Gabe, and Joshy.
Oh! No! Oh, that's a fireable offense.
It's harassment.
Yeah.
Who is most likely between the four of us to do that?
Not me.
It's Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
Or Kyle. No, it's probably Kyle.
I was going to say Kyle. Kyle doesn't know how to use technology.
Yeah, it's probably Kyle, actually.
Well, you are the lone non-iPhone user, so I could see you getting lost in the technology.
I don't think it's me or Brad. I think we're just too smart for that.
I refuse to send any type of...
Shut your ass up back there.
I refuse to send any type of suggestive text messages. None of that. None of that.
Well, he did provide us copy of him and his baby girl's text message when she was out on a girls' trip. Wasn't very suggestive.
But I could see you being the most.
Can you believe Bridget?
Bridget's getting a tattoo.
No. If you want to see the goods, you got to see it in person.
Who's most likely of us just to send the text in general?
I feel like it's one of these two.
It's probably me.
Yeah, he's wild. He's wild.
Strophy's just love drunk.
He's at the bar at the airport.
1 a.m. on a insert weekday. Insert weeknight.
Not weekday. It's only till about 11 on weeknights.
Yeah, Stroph's a man.
Unless it's a concert. I can see concert Strofe accidentally texting us like we're his girlfriend.
I would throw my phone. I would open it up, look,
says Kyle gets a text that says, "Wow, your butt looks really good today."
Kyle's running straight to HR.
If you said my butt looked good, I would say thank you, or I would say I know.
Apparently, your context is wrong per KBN Nation and ESPN Milwaukee fans. Chewy sent an inappropriate text message to his wife and didn't know it was a message with his wife and son.
Oh
my gosh,
that makes my stomach turn.
Oh,
brutal.
No. Oh no.
I was a kid, and this was when my parents were in a relationship and not divorced.
Heyo.
Shortly after, realized they should have gotten divorced. But at Arts and Crafts sometime, I was with my family, I don't know where Arts and Crafts was. I made a do not disturb door sign.
Mm-hmm.
And on the back of it, I didn't know what any of this mean, but my brother and my dad said, "Mom and Dad having bleep."
Ah!
You a lie.
Not a lie.
You didn't know what that meant?
Didn't know what it meant. I was in that's horrible of my dad and brother to make me do that.
No, wait, time out. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
wow.
what's going on
Explain this.
This positivity hour is really taking a detour.
Who made a sign to put on the door?
Me.
How old were you?
Like second or third grade.
Oh, geez.
And they thought it was funny?
Because I didn't know what it meant, and they were like, "Ha, look what Ben's doing."
Your dad did that?
Yeah.
My gosh.
Okay.
I don't think I ever had the birds and the bees talk with my daddy.
Ever?
Nah.
He came with me to, sex ed.
What?
Your dad did?
Yeah, they made a parent come with you in middle school.
Oh, that was not how mine was.
It was a public school.
No, I went to a public school too.
I also went to a public school. My parents were not in attendance.
No, that's so weird.
That is weird.
So all the parents were there with all the kids?
What if they didn't like the content?
What do you mean?
Like that they were teaching you? What if one of the parents was like, "Wait a minute, that's not right"?
Then they could have walked out, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I got credit or not.
That's odd. I would pass on that one. I would call the school and say, "Nah, I'm good."
Nah, I'll just explain it at a later
Way to go,
time.
Chewy. Look where we went.
All right, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sticking with them, 7 to 9 ESPN Milwaukee. If you could time travel, which direction would you time travel? Would you go into the future or into the past?
I'm scared of the future. I would go back and buy stocks.
Ooh, I like that.
And I wouldn't be sitting here with y'all right now.
It depends how many years back we're going.
That's up to you.
Because I'm not sure I want to go back.
Hippie Brad.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to go back pre-World War II. I mean, there's not much technology.
Me neither, brother. Me either. Didn't sound like a good time. Heard stories.
End the show. End the show.
That is so good.
Me too, brother.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like we as a society had enough conveniences at that point. So
Brad's talking about conveniences.
Yeah. For very different reasons, Kyle.
I'm talking about equality and being able to be on the show with y'all and going to the same bubbler and going to the same school.
Oh, wow.
Next poll.
We can agree on.
Next poll.
Brad said convenience.
Next poll. Convenience, says Brad. It's not convenient enough for my silver spoon ass.
I don't want to go back to a place that had no air conditioning.
Kyle, would you go into the future?
I mean, I would
go
love
back in time.
I would love to go back in time, but I got to be very strategic about how far back I go.
Where you go?
Where I go as well. I mean, I'd rather go back because I'm with y'all. I would buy up a lot of stocks, buy up a lot of different things. You know what? I'll keep it. Not even going back that far. 2008, a senior high school guy, Kyle Wallace.
Bitcoin,
but so much. I never forget one of my good friends, Nikki. I go to Nikki's basement. He has house parties all the time. I'm like, Nikki, what is that E-Trade? What are you doing? I'm buying stocks. I said, I want to buy stocks. Never bought stocks. Nikki is doing very well right now. He started
always
at
buy the
17,
lows.
Yeah.
Nikki's
Buy
doing
the
very
dip.
well. So I just go back to 08 as a little senior in high school and buy up stocks and
What
party
money
hard.
did you have as a senior in high school to buy stocks?
Come on, I had a couple hundreds.
The quicker way to do it,
hundreds?
the Marty McFly way to do it. And Back to the Future, you haven't seen Back to the Future. He goes back in sports bets. Hey, that's a quick way to do it.
Oh, smart.
Oh, yeah.
Smarty McFly, Back to the Future.
Ben would win a
Two.
lot more.
Not legal, and I'd rather find a better way to, legally make money.
Well,
We're going back in the future. What do you mean? This isn't a reality. Talk about reality.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I went so serious there.
Ridiculous. All right, this one from Jim, Matt, and Molly, weekdays from 4 to 6
Lot of
on
polls this
ESPN
week.
Madison. Well, it was a full week this week. We had 5 days of content, Kyle, unlike the last few weeks. Excuse me. Do you think that comedians skew taller or shorter than average height?
Shorter.
I feel like
I'm going to go with shorter.
when I see a comedian, I thought shorter, but is it based off of anything?
They had a 6'6" comedian on the show yesterday.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
What a waste of height.
That is a waste of height. But yeah, usually he's probably super skinny, so he probably makes fun of himself. But short people, in order to make it in this world, they got to do something special. Because,
Michael Costa of The Daily Show, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, is that? Maybe I've seen him before.
He was
He's that tall?
He was a professional tennis player.
Oh, wow.
Prior to being a comedian. So not a waste of height.
Oh, well.
Not a waste of height.
Ben.
I'm not a waste of height. I'm not tall. From my former profession of 1 year playing overseas.
Given your former profession. In which you spent the entirety of your salary in a casino, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn it, Strofe, what happened to Positivity Hour?
That's not negative or positive. That's just a fact, no?
You know what? I learned and grew from it.
I can't
all we
imagine
can
what a
ask.
Lithuanian casino
It was in a mall.
A mall?
It was in a mall.
Well, that's kind of fun.
It was awesome. Absolutely awesome. You open up a door and it looks like a hidden door and it's a casino.
That is crazy.
Was it a small casino?
That one was. There's a bigger one downtown.
What were you primarily betting on?
Oh, everything and anything.
Wow.
Blackjack, roulette.
So
didn't know craps then. I don't
How
think
do
they
you
have
say
craps
the
out there.
one with a B? Is it Baccarat?
I mean, there's two different ways, but yeah, Baccarat.
Okay.
So you went to Lithuania, didn't learn a lot of the language, but you learned.
They spoke enough English in the bigger cities. My town was a town of 5,000 people. We were in the milk factory, the dairy farm. We were the Milk Stars.
Oh.
Team name, Milk Stars. I literally went to a cheese factory and was holding a block of cheese above my head for media photos.
Did you go with teammates or did you go by yourself?
To the casino?
Yeah.
All by myself.
Oh.
I smoked my first cigarette outside of a casino in Lithuania after I lost all my paycheck.
You hit rock bottom.
Hell yeah. Look at me now. Look at
And
me
he's
now.
not that much better for it.
Here we are. Potawatomi Casino Hotel is a great place for you to enjoy good times, light up those senses, and be not like Ben. Be more like Brad.
Be more like Brad.
Be smarter. Bet wise. Brad, your futures were pretty good.
Yeah, they sure were.
You hopped on 8.5 wins.
I saw a good deal, and I said, I am taking that easiest
easy money.
Easiest money of my life.
You didn't call me. Why didn't you call me?
I texted you.
No, you did.
He did text you.
What did not say?
And
Take it.
The show
2,000 square foot
live.
video wall. Kitchen is amazing there. Seating for 200. In a rush, go place a bet, get out. You don't even have to like to bet to enjoy Potawatomi Casino Hotel because the food, the drinks, the TV, the atmosphere, it's everything you can ask for Wild Card Weekend. Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Check it out. Good vibes, positivity only. We've sucked at it, but we're going to try it again. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again. What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word. Ben Brust, say that. Can we make a rule for Kyle Brust and Nortman?
You're a good producer.
Is it no Evan?
No Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike and no Greg Scalzo, my former co-host.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Southbound on 41, slowing down a bit out of the Capitol Drive area, and again, right around the North Avenue curve. Southbound 43, we're seeing some delays right past Locust, back on the brakes from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette. Northbound slowing down right around the North Avenue curve up to Locust. And then westbound 94, got some backups from before 27th Street out to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound is slowing down from just past 76th Street all the way through to 30th. And check the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 18. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 28. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more. Hey ESPN Wisconsin fans, Brad Nortman here. Whether you're an athlete like me or just want to feel your best, Quintessa's new wellness center in Brookfield is your go-to for peak performance. With services like hormone therapy, IV drip therapy, medical weight loss, and anti-aging, Quintessa has everything to keep your body running at its best. It's not just about game day, it's about every day. Check out myquintessa.com/wellness and see how Quintessa can help you stay at the top of your game. Your body deserves it.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
You're going to be happy, happy, happy.
and with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
Or a better diamond.
Or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Whether you are a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit our great city of Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Hey, maybe you got friends coming in from out of town. St. Kate the Arts Hotel is ideally located in the heart of the theater district in downtown Milwaukee. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, and nightly live music, you and your friends will enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
A good idea on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776, since we've completely failed at positivity only 414 hour at 4. Don chimes in, let Strofe speak first since he's the most positive.
At least somebody recognizes real talent and real
No one said anything about talent.
And real expectations for Sunday, like our boy Donnie on the text line. Thanks, Donnie. Love you, bud. Look, it's a tall task on Sunday, fellas. Nobody's denying that. Nobody's denying that. But we've seen this movie before. 2010, what happened? Packers, last team into the postseason. Meaning they had to go to the top seed that didn't have a bye. Who was that team, Brad?
Philadelphia Eagles.
It was the Philadelphia Eagles. And what happened in that game, Brad?
They beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
Last season, the Packers were the final team into the playoffs. They went on the road to take on the winner of the NFC East Division. They were 7.5-point underdogs. The Cowboys were favored by more than a touchdown. And Brad, what happened in that game?
The Packers gave it to the Cowboys, got the victory.
As the great American orator J. Cole once said, history repeats itself, and that's just how it goes. You know what's going to happen on Sunday, Brad?
Packers beat the Eagles.
Jordan Love has not come to full form yet. Jeff Hafley's defense, like Kyle and I discussed earlier, has not whipped out all the tricks. He hasn't reached into that hat to grab the rabbit. Hasn't pulled that extra deck of cards out of the sleeve quite yet. I think we're going to see that man cook on Sunday. Jordan Love?
Were you going for the rabbit out of the hat?
I said that already. He's been dealing with the injuries. He's been dealing with the adversity of losing his top target. It don't matter. Jordan Love is the future of the National Football League. Mm-hmm. Sunday, in a national spotlight like he's done the whole time he's been a starter. You put a national spotlight on Jordan Love, what does he do, Brad?
Cooks, baby.
He lives up to the moment, except when he played the Minnesota Vikings a couple weeks ago. But we don't need to acknowledge that one. Chiefs last year.
In the
Lions
first quarter of the Bears
year,
game.
Cowboys last year. Even the Niners game that they lost last year. Jordan Love played brilliantly. It's time to have a brilliant performance. And guess who's the maestro? Guess who's the orchestrator of that offense? A guy that the Packers brought in. Oh, look at that. 6 years ago to the date. Matt LaFleur. Ingenuity, creativity, excitement offensively. He's going to get into his bag and his hat, Benny, and grab the rabbit. It's time to cook, baby. It's time to go.
See, that's... Go, Pack, go! That's the speech, Brad. See, you should have started with
the 414 hour 4 with Stroh.
Yeah.
It was just for a different audience.
A different
audience.
Exactly. Wrong show. Wrong ESPN, bro. Wrong one. We ain't ones that
I still
know what
contend
it's sucking
that my
is.
message and Strof's message, there's a place for every message. They're both positive messages. Enjoy the moment. Okay. Enjoy where you're at, Packer fans.
You know what, Brad? Because we didn't do very well at the start, and Strof told us to cut it off. I'm gonna let you live, okay? So I'm gonna just let it go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You better watch it.
Oh wow, hostile working by HR, please.
That's my girl up there.
And guess what she'd say? You soft as hell.
Yeah, she would. She would. She might be listening. She's a KBN Nation fan.
Yeah, she is. Well, then she knows. She knows that she's already starting the report then on you guys. Being hostile toward me for my signature at 5:01.
You snitch.
I'm not going to lie, Strof.
It's go time, baby.
That was pretty good.
It's go time.
That was good.
That was good. That was good.
How are you watching the game?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
What?
You guys remember, I will be here until kickoff. Green Bay Game Day begins at noon on Sunday right here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. If you're driving around, you can also catch us 100.5 ESPN Madison.
And leading up into Green Bay Game Day, you have Sunday Karma with who? I don't know.
I'll be there, I think. So I'll be here up until 3:30. I think I'll be at home. I think this is an at-home game. I need to be alone.
You consider that your home? I'm dead serious. Is that your home?
With the apartment that I live in with my girlfriend and her dog?
That you don't pay rent for?
That your name's not on the lease?
My name is not on the lease. Yeah, I consider that my home.
Okay.
She considers it my home.
I was just curious. I didn't know. I mean, if I was living with my girl,
is all your stuff still in your mom's garage?
Yeah, basement, but yes. A lot of it is, right? So like a lot of my furniture, a lot of like my bed is, yes. But we are her lease is up here in a few months, so we'll be fixing that.
Okay.
I'm just curious. Not trying to be mean. I just
a little transitional period, Kyle.
Yeah,
you know?
nothing wrong with that. We've all been part of that, or most of us, not all.
Have we heard from Gary Ellerson?
No.
What the hell, GE? I'm gonna call him during the break. Send me his number.
We ain't desperate.
I like GE though. Going to the playoffs, he's the vibes I like.
I'll call him, but we'll see what happens.
All right, Gary Ellerson, former Packer, Mr. Reliability. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Kyle, I think you're doing a good job getting it all off your chest.
I love Matt LaFleur.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Most new Mentality clients are stuck running on just 1/3 of the free testosterone they need, and that's why nothing feels right. You're drained, frustrated, and stuck in a body that won't respond to diet or exercise. But it's not your fault. Mentality's doctors specialize in fixing the imbalance. When your free testosterone is restored, everything changes. Your strength, your energy, and drive all come roaring back. Start the year strong with our New Year's offer at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member of the Neal Group. I have a question for you business owners. What does your CPA do for you? We have signed on several new business clients who have told us the same story. They can never get hold of their CPA. Does this sound like you? Phone calls are not returned and questions are never answered. You don't get any advice to help you run your business? Not at the Neal Group. We usually return phone calls and emails the same day. We are advocates and partners with our clients to help them grow, not just record history. Do you want to grow your business, improve cash flow, have less stress, and live a better life? We can help. Call us at 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net to schedule a meeting to tell us your story and see if we can help. The first meeting is free. Don't wait, do it now. That's 414-325-2040 or nealgroup.net.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Wisconsin Lutheran boys basketball player Isaiah Mellock. The 6'2 senior guard spent his sophomore and junior seasons making a big impact on the varsity squad while coming off the bench mostly, but he was a part of last season's state title team. This year, however, the Vikings starting combo guard is showcasing his talent. Mellock is averaging over 12 points a game and is shooting 50% from beyond the arc, helping Wisconsin Lutheran to an undefeated start this season. That, of course, including big wins at the Rick Majerus WBY shootout, where he put up 18 points in a win over Marquette and earned MVP. Off the court, Isaiah boasts a 3.5 GPA and is looking to continue his basketball career once he graduates. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Isaiah Mellock.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Join the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team on Saturday as they host Green Bay in the Battle of I-43. Tip-off is at 3 at UWM Panther Arena. After an impressive win in December, Milwaukee looks for the season sweep of the Phoenix. Experience all the action, including rim-rattling dunks, clutch three-pointers, and game-changing blocks. Tickets start at $19. Help tilt the floor. Visit MKEPanthers.com to select your seat. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We have a fraud alert! Fraud alert! Alex Strofe just told us that he is picking the Eagles.
You a lie.
Well, I picked them in the prediction email.
What?
That's the official score submission.
But that doesn't mean that's not going to change by Sunday. I'm a kind of a hard time to deal with.
You are so
You're a
red.
flip-flopper.
Why are you red? Right.
What are you doing?
Flip-flopping the best we can because we don't have the noise that you have.
Okay, we got to pivot. Brad, tell us about 3 Tree Marketing.
Oh, I'd love to tell you about 3 Tree Marketing. They are the experts when it comes to branded merchandise. That's right. When you give anything away, whether it be your new teammates, your business partners, customers, put your logo, your insignia on anything that you can touch, feel, sense. 3 Tree is your go-to agency to help navigate those waters. It's critical that your brand is told exactly how you want it to be. Your company, it has a story to tell. That's what marketing and branding is all about. And there's no one better than 3 Tree to help you navigate those waters. They're going to help you think outside the box, become an extension of your team to showcase what your brand is all about. 3 Tree Marketing can be found at 3treemarketing.com. Use them today to see how you can perfectly brand your products.
Gary Ellerson, before the Homer Hour, joins us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. GE, right out the gate. They winning or losing?
KBN, what's going on, fellas?
What's
Gary?
GE.
They're winning.
How? Tell us how. What's the Gary Ellerson blueprint to the victory?
You're going to have to make Jalen Hurts beat you.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I know no one's done it so far this year, but with the emergence of Adrian Cooper, I think they have an opportunity to limit, not stop, to limit Saquon Barkley rushing numbers.
I actually agree with you. I agree that we should definitely let Jay.
I love you said I actually agree with you.
No, I mean, just confirming what he's saying is that I believe that you got to slow down Saquon Barkley, right? Because Saquon Barkley is the biggest threat to keep the clock ticking and keep the chains moving, right? And so if you force. Go ahead. No, it's your time. You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say,
you go ahead.
If you force a quarterback that's going to be coming back from a concussion, we don't know exactly how he's going to be. We do know that just as he's a human, right? So it's going to take him a little bit to probably readjust to the speed of the game, and hopefully the Packers send pressure. All you have to do is keep him contained in the pocket, and you slow down that running game, and I'll be interested to see what happens.
Because he's not a. I mean, if you're looking at the quarterback position, you start talking about somebody, a thrower of the football. He's not that great thrower of the football.
No, I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's not bad. He's a good quarterback. He can use his legs. And obviously, if he has time, he does have weapons. And A.J. Brown is a big-ass weapon who's really, really athletic, strong, and fast after the catch. As Gary Ellerson joins us here on Positivity Only, last 10 minutes of the show here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Yeah, hey, Gary, who's under more pressure on Sunday? Is it Jordan Love or Matt LaFleur?
Sirianni.
Oh, wow.
Submit your own answer.
I like you.
Why?
Because if he doesn't win, they're going to fire him.
Dang, you think he'll get fired?
I actually wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I mean, the way this team is put together, we've talked about it all. Think about how we've talked about this team all week. Number 1 in yards allowed. Number 2 in points per game. A best running back in the NFL. A stud wide receiver. A good offensive line.
They're going to start over? They're going to start. They got new coordinators.
Last year they had just as good of talent, and they lost 5 of the last 6 games. And Homer knows 32-9 or whatever it was the score to exit. And if they have another exit early with this team,
with a coach that got you to a Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Yeah. It's the way it goes. It's a tough world.
Should definitely be on the hot seat then.
Well, Matt LaFleur.
Different circumstances of where the teams are versus ascending.
He's a year away. GE?
Yeah, Matt LaFleur's not on the hot seat at all.
But if he loses this game and he has a first-round exit and another first-round exit last year, I don't even. This is stupid hypothetical. It's positivity only radio. Hour. Positivity hour. Which Green Bay Packer would be your MVP and unsung hero when they pull this off, according to you?
It would be if they were pulled the upset off. I think the guy that's going to have the biggest game is going to be Adrian Cooper. But I think if you go back and look at Matt LaFleur and you say these last 2 years, body of work, they were the youngest team in the playoffs last year. They're the youngest team again in the playoffs this year. If you would ask yourself, what does this team need next year to really have you feeling good that this is a bona fide Super Bowl team? Can they make it to the Super Bowl? Yeah. But you know that they're missing some things right now to give them that, to be that shoe-in team to make it to the Super Bowl.
Disruptive pass
Would you
rusher.
agree?
Yeah, I mean, disruptive pass rusher is number one.
Absolutely. They need a guy that can get you 12 sacks every year. And the second thing, they need a number one receiver. I thought last year, okay, well, maybe not. Okay, I think Matt LaFleur can scheme and get it done. No, they need the pass rusher to get you at least 12 sacks, and they need a stud number one wide receiver. I think that's evident in everybody's mind.
GE, this is a really good defense that the Packers are facing in the Philadelphia Eagles. I didn't realize they were second in points allowed and first in yards allowed. So if you're going to try to get the best of that defense, should Matt LaFleur's game plan be we're going to give it to Josh Jacobs early and often, or should it be primarily let Jordan Love cook?
No, I think you got it. This is one of those games I call the hot tub game, and we only had a couple of them.
Excuse me?
The Chicago Bears. And as a running back, I call it the hot tub game. You may get 20 carries, but you may only get 65 yards. But it's the attempts to keep that defense honest so you can get play action pass off of that. If you're Philadelphia, you're saying, I got to stop 8. Well, you know what you do? They're going to load the box. They're going to dare Jordan Love to throw it, and he's going to have to throw it, but he's also going to have to run it to keep them honest. Play action pass has got to be Matt LaFleur's best friend in this game. Shotgun, maybe a little bit, but I think, to me, 70% of their passes, they need to be in. Jordan Love needs to be on the center.
You talked a little bit about what the Eagles may do. I want you to dig a little bit deeper with that, because something that we've noticed in basically most of the Packers' losses this year was the pressure that they put on Jordan Love in the pocket. You think that's something that we're going to see Sunday from the Philadelphia Eagles, trying to continue to send 5 or 6 guys against Jordan Love and challenge that offensive line?
But Matt LaFleur's got to keep him off balance a little bit. Throw on first down. Play action pass under center, because that's what they're expecting. They're going to get at least 8, 9 guys in the box on first down. You got to be able to throw it on first down in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think, honestly.
Okay. Now we'll take a step further. Who are you throwing to, Gary? Who are you looking to?
Well, so all you want really on first down, all you want is
6, 7 yards?
2nd and 5. If you can be 2nd and 5 and then 3rd and 2, you good.
Do you feel like Matt LaFleur's play calling has gotten more conservative as the season has went on?
They've gotten conservative because they don't have a receiver that can get deep, so nobody can run past anybody. When Christian Watson is in the game, they can throw the deep ball, but when he's not there, they cover everybody up. In this game, my key player in this game coming up has got to be Luke Musgrave. You've got to be able to get him singled up. Nobody's going to care about him, but he's got to be the guy that gets you big yards down the middle of the field. And, guys, Jordan Love has to be accurate, right? We have seen him just throwing balls at people's feet, throwing behind them. He's got to be accurate in this game. The guy's going to be open.
So you think Jordan Love hasn't lived up to the $55 million so far this year, huh?
Well, see, and that's a matter of what a lot of people in the outside world don't get. You had to give him the money. In 2 years, that contract will be obsolete. Brock Purdy's going to get paid. Your Sam Darnold is about to get paid. There's probably a couple other jokes I don't even think about. That contract is going to be passed up in 2 years.
Gary Ellerson joining us here with just a little bit of time left. I'm going to give you 1 minute, Gary. You fire up everyone listening on why you think they're going to get it done. 1 minute on the clock. Gary Ellerson, your time.
Well, I just think when you look at them defensively, you start looking at the trends. Now, they've lost their last 2 games. That's not a good trend. But you got to start looking at individuals, right? I would say if you look at Valentine, the last 3 games he's played, he's had interception against Minnesota, had interception the game after that. Who was that? Forget that game. But he's had 3 turnovers in 3 games. Last week against Chicago, had a costly fumble on DJ Moore out there. They're ready to pick up. So I think he is an ascending player. I think when you look at Adrian Cooper, who I just talked about, and maybe you get Quay Walker back, you can do some different things for them defensively. So I got confidence in this defense that they can put up a stop against Saquon and make Jalen beat them. Offensively, take what they give you. But Matt LaFleur, please, 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 throw the ball, play action pass on first down. Establish the run. I think they can do all those things.
Hey, Gary, I said 1 minute, not 1 hour.
Gary,
McManus.
McManus. You got it,
McManus, walk-off, field goal, 28-24.
That's what I said, GE. McManus, walk-off field goal.
Wait, you said 28,
That
24.
math doesn't math.
28-24, walk-off 4-point field goal from Gary Ellison.
To extend the lead.
Walk-off 4-point field goal. We're done. That's it.
My boy GE. I love
GE.
GE.
Off
Go,
his
Pack, go,
rocker.
baby. Let's go,
4-point
baby.
field goal for the
Let's
win.
go. It's almost